Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, guys. Okay. So guys, today what we'll do is I want everyone you to speak up, and then I will give you the review. Now I will not give the review in between. Okay. So I want everyone to speak up first, and then there will be a review on the topics that we talk on. Okay. So remember while talking, few things to remember. It should be in data points. If you do not have a lot of data points, please keep it short. Second, you should talk in millions, should not talk in crores or lakhs. Third is you should keep it like 10 to 15 seconds. It should not be more than that. Okay. Acha, so we'll start with Slevan. Slevan, anything on the market tracker first that you have made? So today Nifty was flat. It was almost flat. There was no change, but yes, Nifty Bank has performed. Consumer durables have performed, and as per your sheet, in the consumer durables, sorry, in
Sir,
the consumer
Nifty,
durables, L&E Jewelers were up, and your Blue Star was down. Right?
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Anything else you want to speak on, Leon?
Sir, Nifty India's defense has surged 2.9 percentage because recently Ministry of Defense have advanced 700 billion for Project 75 submarine program, and this order was given to Macedon Dock, and it is said that many of the other companies will also benefit from these orders.
No, sorry, I didn't get you, Leon. Come again.
Yes, sir.
Come again, Leon. Yeah.
Ministry of Defense has announced a 700 billion a project for submarine building, and this order was given to Macedon, and it is said that other defense companies will also benefit from this.
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. Whenever I talk about, now, see, we don't invest in defense, right? So, fine, if you have understood. So, I will be more interested to know what happened in FMCG, auto, and your tourism. Okay. Tourism, you have said that Chalet has been the outperformer. Yeah. So, what happened in Chalet?
Sir, Sade is planning to introduce addition of 381 new hotel rooms under the pipeline project called Etiva brand, which includes 150 rooms in Hyderabad and 231 rooms in Pune. So today the Charlotte share has been raised.
So, possibly 6%, if you add it up, six realities are entirely up 6.5% this week.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, fine. And what
Sir,
about auto?
I just want to
Any
add more
specific
about
change who were
the
the top
Sheraton Hotel.
gainers? Excel India. Okay. So, auto sector was specifically down today. In the Nifty
Yes, sir.
auto, Nifty auto declined 1%. Nifty reality was down, and our FMCG was also flat.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Acha, anyone else want to speak anything on?
Sir, just want to add more about the Sheraton Hotel.
Hmm. Go
Sir,
ahead.
the we already talk about they are introducing two more hotels in Pune and Hyderabad. And
Hmm.
in last Feb, I think they already announced more 330 Ks in as a Ritz Carlton in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Uh, so
Okay. Fine.
so in the pipeline, I think there will be Hyderabad there will be two hotels. So this one 150 Ks and 330 Ks. So close to around 480 to 500 Ks.
Okay. 480 to 500 keys in Ativar. Okay. That is why it was up. Fine.
Mm.
Fair enough. Okay. Now let's go on to our news. So, guys, those who have prepared it, please raise their hands. So, today everyone will speak and keep your cameras open, please. I want you seeing your face. Fine. So, we'll start with Ritik. Ritik. Right.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, my newsletter is about India's July CPI inflation. So CPI
Hmm.
inflation is expected to rise by 12 basis points to 4.5%, and which would be the highest level in the last 19 months. The main reason was food inflation, and it is expected to increase by 39 basis points to 5.44%, because of increase in the prices of vegetables, pulses, and edible oils. Uh, but the core inflation remains stable is expected to remain stable at around 4%. RBI has lowered its Q2 inflation forecast at 4.7%, while keeping financial year 27 forecast at 5%. If the prices remain elevated, then FMCG companies may increase their prices to protect their margins. So yeah.
Sorry, come on the last point. Sorry.
So last point was related to FMCG, that if the prices remains elevated, food prices remains elevated, then FMCG companies may increase their prices to protect their margins.
Okay, fine. Finally, better one. I will give you the review later on. Okay,
Yes.
good one. But okay, why only one news? But
Sir, I told you yesterday that I am little sick these days.
तो
So
भी इतना लिखा है तो उसे मार्केट कैप लिखने एक ठीक है फाइन ओके फाइन fair enough okay yeah Moksh.
Good evening, sir. My news is on the
Good
River
evening.
Mobility fundraise. So, River Mobility has raised 12 billion rupees to expand their store count and boost capacity. The company will be adding 125 stores by the end of financial year 27, taking the total retail footprint to 200 outlets. And company will be launching two new EV products. First will be expected to be launched in mid 2027, which will be in the mass market segment. And to scale and to support this network growth and production, the company will start a greenfield factory construction in 2 months to raise its capacity by 7 to 8 times to 70 to 80,000 units. To conclude, I think that this rapid store addition and entry into mass market segment will heighten the competitive intensity.
Okay, fine, fair enough. ठीक है I'll give you a review later on. Okay. Yeah. Saurabh, Ritik, why is your screen not your video not visible?
Sir,
Okay.
just give me
Ritesh?
2 minutes, sir. I will on the screen, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ritesh?
Yes, sir. So I have one news today it was about the core inflation estimates, which to be at 19 months high of 4.5%. According to the Mid 11 economy, the July CPI is likely to be higher at 4.5, which would be 7 basis point higher from the previous and 162 basis point higher from last year, July 2020. This rise mainly included because of the food inflation, which is different from the and not because of the core inflation. The core inflation remains at steady pace, while the food inflation remains at higher. The Ministry of Statistical program implementation, they are scheduled to share the real CPI, the actual CPI figures at 12th of August. Food and beverages have seen rising by 39 basis point to 5.44% in July, which because of the steeper vegetable, onion, cereal, and oils and fat prices. Going forward, the El Nino impact on rainfall and also the impact because of the distribution and supply chain shortage because of the West Asia crisis continues. This could be the major risk towards the inflation. That's also.
Okay, fair enough. ठीक है. Wait. One second. Okay. Harsh Gupta?
Yes, sir. So, sir,
Yeah.
I have also written on the CPI. So, July CPI.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, July CPI is expected to breach the RBI limit of 4%. So, July CPI is expected to reach at 4.5%. which is around 162 basis point higher than year-on-year basis, while this this rise is devoted to the food and beverages inflation, which is at 5.44%, up 630 basis point year-on-year basis, and also this inflation is risen due to rise in the price of the crude oil, which is around 6 to 9% higher than average last year crude oil price. So while the core inflation within the range of 3.9 to 4.1%, down 22 to 2 basis points. The rise in the CPI is also offset by fall in the price of the precious metal, which is at 3.7% quarter on quarter fallen, but it is expected to rise further, and companies is expected to rise the price of uh, product and squeeze the margin. RBI has lowered down the quarter two inflation projection by 10 basis point to 5% and 40 basis point for the whole year to 4.7 basis point. So my takeaway is, as the inflation is expected to rise, the uh, raw material price and the packaging cost for the FMCG companies is going to be risen, and uh, heavy industrial heavy industry also uh, expected to rise their prices, as the raw material of metal is also high risen.
Fine. Fine. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. What was next? Niyati? Yeah.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. My today's topic is Marico's domestic volume hits 5-year high with 11% growth. I have selected this news article from Mint, page number 4. Now the total revenue grew by 22% in Q1 FY27 because of the hair oil sales were excellent and the international growth was fast. Now the net profit jumped up by 27% as the raw material prices were drastically decreased. Now, if we look at the
One second. Slow. Niyati, slow.
yeah.
You don't have to read it, converse it. Okay. Be slow. I need to understand what are you trying to say.
Now,
Okay. Go ahead.
if we look at the domestic volume, it rose to 11% because parachute volume grew by 10%, which was supported by a 45% decline in the raw coconut prices that helped company to cut prices by 17% of large family packs. Now, if we look at the edible oil business segment, its revenue grew by 7%, but the volume was declined as the global oil prices were uh, as the global oil prices went down. Now, the takeaway is that the company is expecting a very healthy volume growth going forward due to the better monsoon, easing raw material cost, and a broader product portfolio. And along with that, the company is focusing more into its healthy food business, and it's aiming it to grow bigger than the cooking oil business in the next coming few years. And they have a goal to grow revenue by 150 billion by 2027.
150 billion. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Was that Sleven? Yeah, sorry.
So, like my today's topic is government reviews commercial vehicle fuel efficiency norms from April 2027. The Bureau of Energy Efficiency has informed vehicle manufacturers that they are going to implement stricter fuel efficiency standards for trucks and buses. Their main aim is to reduce carbon emission and increase efficiency of fuel, and to cut dependence on imported crude oil. This the government has planned to introduce the new fuel efficiency, and it has already expressed its thoughts to automobile industry, but it has raised concerns among them because at present manufacturers followed CSFC, which means constant speed fuel consumption, where here the truck is tested at a constant speed in a controlled environment, but it does not account for any traffic or hills or braking or acceleration or on different road. So it doesn't give accurate results about the fuel consumption on Indian roads. So the government has planned to introduce Bharat Vehicle, which stands for Bharat Vehicle Energy Consumption. It is a calculation tool. It is a simulation based on a software. It helps us to identify better CO2 emission of heavy duty commercial vehicles and real fuel consumption. And due to this change, it is said that Ashok Leyland will be affected more because it supplies mainly on trucks and buses. And other players include Tata Motors and Mahindra, but they have less impact because they have a wide portfolio products. That is what.
Okay, fine. So Slevan, ideally this news didn't have any of the data points. So I will rather prefer your the second news, EIH one. That is,
Yes,
how
yes.
can you now end it quickly? End it quickly
Sure.
in, let's say, 10 seconds. Yeah.
EIH recently partnered with the Bhardiya Hospital to develop 20 luxury resorts. And the first 3 resorts are planned in Coorg, Kabani, and Hampi. And EIH will manage these resorts, and Bhardiya Hospitality will develop the properties, where both will be benefited from this. And EIH expanding its presence through a management-led model and allowing it strengthens luxury portfolio while maintaining asset-light growth strategies.
Okay, EIH, EIH partner. Okay. You can also tell the last point, what you have written, the last paragraph, why they are doing into, why they come up with this development,
Yes, sir.
why they want to start.
Because in Indian market has recently witnessed strong growth driven by corporate meetings, domestic tourism have increased, and disposable incomes have been increased, and people prefer premium travel experiences. So their model is like they will manage the hotels, and the hotels will be developed by Bhardiya Hospitality, where they don't want to invest high cash into it.
Thanks, Pranav. Okay, fine. Fine. Good. Was next? Yeah, Ritik Singh.
Good evening, sir. My news
Good
is regarding the inflation. Inflation in June, inflation reached to the 4.4%. Expect accelerate beyond the RBI forecasted of 4%. The inflation is mainly driven by food and fuel prices rises, and food and fuel prices rises, and the core inflation to remain moderate and is expected to decline after the peak in Q3. The RBI raises its for inflation price to by 10 basis point for FY27 to 5%, and it will remain and it will the inflation will remain above the 5% to 3 consecutive quarters from October December FY27 to April June FY28.
हाँ ऋतिक, सब पढ़ के बताओ ना. हाँ, सब पढ़ के बताओ. जैसे मैं पढ़ ही नहीं सकता, है ना?
No, sir.
मुझे पढ़ना नहीं आता. फिर ठीक है, आई विल गिव यू रिव्यू ऑन इट. सब जिन्होंने बोला इन्फ्लेशन के बारे में, ओके. पढ़ना नहीं है ऋतिक. इफ योर आई कॉन्टैक्ट इज नॉट देयर, if your eyes are moving, it means you don't know the news, you are just come and reading it, just presenting it. So there is a difference between reading and presentation. Okay. It is not like our school, teacher used to say stand up and read the textbook. You are doing that, reading the textbook. Okay, fine. So next, Mustafa. Yeah, Mustafa.
I'll be reading about so HM Motors leased the 400k 400k square feet land in Casa Grande Industrial Park in Sriperumbudur, near Chennai. They've leased it for 7 years. The lease will commence from 31st August, and their rent payments will start in May 2027. allowing him to prepare the facilities. They'll be investing around 22 billion and 12.25 billion in 2 phases to develop the plant. The rental cost for the plant is 8.24 million per month, which comes around to 21.06 rupees per square feet, and it will increase annually 3.5% and increment of 3.5% annually, which yes, and the company has paid around 52.4 million as security deposit. This has been implemented to increase their production capacity by 900K motorcycles for Royal Enfield. Specifically, they will manufacture Royal Enfield motorcycles at this plant, and this will increase their capacity by 65%, overall capacity to produce motorcycles by 65%.
Not a bad. Okay, fine. Just writing the review. You were looking in the screen, okay, Mustafa? That is not what is recommended. I'll tell you. Okay, one second. Okay, who's next? Mayank Sharma.
Good evening, sir. So my news about the Maruti expansion plan. So Maruti has delivered 13% volume growth in FY26, but its profit declined by 10%, which they are saying mainly because of the price input cost increase due to West Asia crisis. But they haven't passed the whole input cost increase to the consumer, and they are just passes partially, so their profit has decreased. And secondly, they are planning to expand their capacity by 50% by 50% till by FY31. So in order to meet the future demand, they are increasing their capacity from 2.4 million to 2.9 million in FY27, which is mainly supported by their production in Kharkhoda plant, where a new line has been set up for supply of Brezza. Secondly, they are also estimating that the Gujarat plant will support this capacity increment by.
Mayank, look in the camera.
Sir, I'm looking at the camera, sir.
That's okay. Fine.
So
Camera
they are okay.
Sir, two devices. You're using
So,
two devices. Achha, it's okay. Fine. So okay, go ahead.
Okay. So their Gujarat plant, they are expecting their Gujarat plant will support the capacity increment by 2.5 million units post FY29, which may help to increase the total capacity to 3.3 to 3.5 million units by FY31, which they are also expecting that may increase to 4.4 million by FY33. So now, at last, if I talk about the management outlook and investor key takeaway. So management, first of all, are expecting that their order backlog about for Brezza, which is approximately 130K, that should be cleared within 2 to 4 months. And secondly, they are expecting that their export for FY27 would be around 480K, of which a major part would be supported by EV. And third, they are expecting that their small car, that is sedan growth, can be double digit if the macroeconomic condition will support. Lastly,
sorry, Mayank, one second. Can you tell the management outlook again?
So management outlook, at first, they are planning to clear the order backlog of Brezza, which is right now at approximately 130K units by within 2 to 4 months. And then they are expecting that in FY27, their total export volume will be around 480K units, of which majority will be supported by EVs. And the third is that they are management also expect. Sorry, right now the small car. Sorry. Right now they are the small car growth rate is 5 to 6%, which they are expecting that can increase to in double digit if that would be supported by the macroeconomic condition. After that, they are yes. So this, if I talk, this is about the management outlook, and if I talk about the investor key takeaway, so investors should keep an eye on their capacity expansion, export numbers, and also the compliance with CAFE 3 norm, and biogas initiatives, which will be a key growth drivers in the coming years. So that's all about my news.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Who's next? By Anjali, Saket, Mayank, Solanki, your videos are off. Yes, Mayank.
So the news is from Business Standard, Mumbai edition, page number 3. The RBI committee has kept the repo rate unchanged at 5.25% for the fourth straight meeting. They do not expect any rate hikes this financial year. Retail inflation is at 4.4%, which is 10% higher than the target, but within the 2 to 6% tolerance band. This was mainly cause of increasing food and fuel prices. Governor said that the core inflation, excluding precious metals, remains to be normal by the end of the financial year, or after the Q3, it may slightly decline. The reasons that could boost up the inflation could be El Nino impact in Southwest monsoon rainfall, geopolitics, and global trade policy. The projections for GDP growth is at 6.7% for financials for this financial year, supported by the resilient domestic demand, improving rural consumption, and sustained investment activity. Benchmark 10-year government bond yield has declined 4 BPS to 6.7%. My takeaway from this news is crude, oil, and food inflations are the biggest risk for the upcoming financial year. Companies using crude linked are such as FMCG, that comes in packaging, paints, chemicals, tires, aviations, and logistics, may continue to face gross margins pressure as their cost remains elevated.
Why? Why the cost is elevated?
Because of the input costs, sir.
You mean the
Yes.
crude?
Yeah, crude oil, yes.
Okay, come again. Which were the which were the top industries that you said?
In FMCG, packaging, paints,
Mhm.
chemicals, tires, and aviation, and also
Okay,
logistics.
fine. Fine. Good one, man. A
Thank
few
you, sir.
things to be taken. I will tell you. Okay, good one, but get improvement from yesterday. Okay, yeah. Anjali?
Good evening, all. My news from Financial Express, page number 5. It is on Ola Electric Mobility Limited. Ola Electric signs battery storage deal with Axis Energy. Ola Electric Mobility has signed MOU with Axis Energy to deploy up to 20 gigawatt per hour battery energy storage system through for the potential development.
Anjali, you don't have to look in the screen. You are looking in the screen and telling. If you're looking in the screen and telling, then it is like reading. That I have also read the news. It is like, Anjali, see, when we talk in conversation, let's say if I am your friend, so do you talk like this? That you should be free enough while talking. It should not look that you're talking to a professor. It should not look like you're talking to an experienced guy. It should look like you're talking to a friend, because that is where the communication changes. Okay. If it looks like you're talking to a professional, what I will do is I will dominate you, because you are itself, you are saying that you are a fresher because you are not prepared with whatever you're trying to say. When I was speaking, I was so confident that I was also speaking with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala because I knew only 5 things, but that 5 things were perfectly I know. I didn't know the 6th one. So now let's say you have read 3 paragraphs. So you should be perfect with those 3 paragraphs. If you're reading it, then no point. Okay. Then your confidence will only lose. See, because every now, see, as a professor, even I am a professor at times, when I teach in colleges, I try to make students comfortable. It's just that because if you are not comfortable, you don't speak it properly. Now what happens? Ideally, when I became a professor, I used to speak in English a lot. I used to think that in MBA colleges, you should teach in English and all. But then I realized that talking in English makes students nervous that how can I ask this question in English? though they want to ask this question, but they don't know how to ask in Gujarat. The point I move towards Hindi, everyone starts interacting. But that is the college part. Now, when it comes to professional part, usually if you are my colleague or you are my associate, I will expect that you are talking freely with me, and you can only talk freely once you are ready with it. So you have to reverse while before the call also. If you just reverse, you don't have to see your newsletter and just say what are the news that you know. Even if you forget, that's totally fine. It's not that you have to only tell the 3 paragraphs. Because what happens many a times when you're trying to say, you want to say so many things, but it's okay if you forget. So every day in the evening calls, you have to come prepared. At least what you are doing. I'm not saying that come prepared what I am telling. 3 points, just assume 3 points and just go and speak up. Even if you forget, that's fine. So that is why you have the mobile with your laptop with you. If you forget, you can talk on it. Okay. Try again. Whatever you know. चलो हिंदी में बात करते हैं अंजलि. क्या हुआ? You understand Hindi, right?
Yes.
हाँ. अंजलि, what is क्या news किसके बारे में?
Ola
Reply
has
in one
signed.
sentence.
Ola has
Reply in one
signed.
sentence.
Okay. Ola has signed MOU with Access Energy for the
Okay. Any data points?
it is signed for potential development of 20 gigawatt per hour.
Got it.
20
Okay,
gigawatt per
fine. Stop. I have just asked any data point. So the news Ola के ऊपर है. Ola has said that they are signing a deal with for battery storage, which is of 20 gigawatts. Okay. Why they are doing it? क्यों कर रहे हो?
Because the Central Electricity Authority said that they require 400 gigawatt energy energy storage sources by 2032. Therefore, Ola and Access Energy signed the
No. The
MOU.
question is, why did they sign the MOU? What is the purpose?
Only for increasing renewable energy is important, but also to store the energy is also important with that for the continuous source of renewable energy. Ola will help them to achieving the goal. Therefore, they signed.
Achha, when you have written it, the deal backs the Ola's upcoming Mahashakti energy storage platform.
Yes.
So if I ask you, what is that Mahashakti energy platform?
Mahashakti is a vertically integrated platform designed by India and manufacturing in India. It is for renewable energy integration for a data center and
Great.
industrial
Great.
power.
That is what I was expecting. And when you say that they have launched or they have signed a deal with the Access Energy with the 20 gigawatt, what is the reason of doing? They have mentioned it. Is there a news article? You are trying to overthink on things because paper में दिया. Okay. बस उतना ही था, क्यों कर रहे? Go with the heading and always have a data point in the heading. So Access signed a deal with, Ola signs a deal with Access Energy with a 20 gigawatt storage plant. So Ola is making this deal because of this data centers and because of the increase in demand of data centers in India. Whatever you said. That's it. And now it is just a data point last. So why is Access Energy doing it? So Access, what is this? Access currently holds approval over 750 gigawatt project in Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. But another, so stop. 3,500 in Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. Then 3,000, with another 3,000 is been also planned. That's it. It also, it's fine. So data point has nothing to do with the Ola, right? The second point has nothing to do with Ola. It's just an update that you're giving. Then, अभी तुम 2 लाइन नहीं याद कर सकते हो. याद 2 ही लाइन करना. But it feels like unnecessary you are speaking. And why are you not consistent in the last 3 days?
Actually, sir, I am in the call, but I haven't.
Call pay, it is like teaching swimming online. मेरे को देख रहे हो तुम स्विमिंग करते हो, हाँ सर आ गया मैं स्विमिंग कर। ओके, यू हैव टू स्पीक अप। सौरभ।
Yes, sir. Good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead. Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
class. So almost everything is covered. So I will be covering article on Audi India, which is the pick from Economic Times, page number 16, Mumbai edition. So Audi India is set to launch 6 new models within the span of next 18 months. The Q3 model, which is falls in SUV segment, is going to be launched in the coming festive season. While it's a 5 sedan and Q9 SUV will be launched in the calendar year 27. This launch pipeline also includes Q5, Q7, and one EV, which is Q6 e-tron. The management said that their sales volume remain flat during the calendar year 26, but they will start getting traction and improving the sales in the calendar year 27, prominently because of these 6 models. Right? And their aim is to gain market in Indian luxury car segment from 8%, which is currently, to 15 to 16% within next 3 years. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. अरे वो अलग अलग भेजा करना, मुझे लगा एक ही न्यूज है राम बड़ा। सेंड इट
Sir,
डिफरेंट एज अ डिफरेंट मैसेज, सेंड एज अ डिफरेंट मैसेज।
sure, sir. कल से
Okay, 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 okay. Who's next? Ankit Verma. Guys, those who have spoken can lower their hands.
जिसको करवाना है करवा लो भाई.
Yes, sir.
Who's speaking
Am I
now?
audible?
Ankit, yeah. Yeah, where are you?
Yeah, so
See you.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be covering the
Ankit,
news
sorry.
on Brigade Hotels. That is BHVL, Brigade Hotels Venture Limited. They posted my headline. Brigade Hotels saw a 140% rise in the net profits. They posted a 140% jump in the PAT, which grew quarter on quarter from 70 million to 170 million. Consolidated profit rose by 5% to 1.3 billion quarter on quarter compared to year FY26. EBITDA grew by 455 million, which is the EBITDA grew by and EBITDA margins grew by 140 basis points. And MD and CEO Nirupa Shankar voiced that this was because of the continued focus on cost discipline and productivity initiatives. Room revenue was the key driver of such astonishing results because banqueting and F&B were moderate because of the less demand of corporate side and disruptions in the air travel due to the higher cost of fuel. F&B alone declined around 10% to 420 millions, but was partly offset because of the average room revenue, which increased by 7%, and the revenue per available room also grew by 9%. BHVL's portfolio includes brands like Marriott, Acre, IHG brands, along with many more, totaling to 9 chain hotels. And their main focus for the FY27 remains luxury, leisure, and business segments. And as the year progresses, the events calendar is expected to pace up, and more business is expected to come in. So that's all.
Okay, अंकित ये हिंदी में मुझे बोलो क्या हुआ है ब्रिगेड में? What was the heading? Heading क्या?
सर 140% से उसका रेवेन्यू पैट बढ़ा है.
पैट बढ़ा. Okay. Reasons? पैट बढ़ने का?
क्योंकि उनका एवरेज रूम पर रेवेन्यू बढ़ा है और उनका मेन फोकस जो प्रोडक्टिविटी था और कॉस्ट पे भी उन्होंने ध्यान दिया जो कम किया उन्होंने.
अच्छा, ऐसा लिख सकते हो that Brigade Hotel का रेवेन्यू 5% से बढ़ा and it led to a 140% jump in the profits. Okay, तो तुम बोल रहे हो कि रेवेन्यू सिर्फ 5% से बढ़ा है and profit 140% से बढ़ा है. So क्या रीजन है?
कंसोलिडेटेड था सर, मैंने स्टैंड अलोन और कंसोलिडेटेड दोनों बताया. कंसोलिडेटेड रेवेन्यू 5% से बढ़ा है 1.3 बिलियन का, एंड जो पैट है वो 140% स्टैंड अलोन है. year on year quarterly.
तो ऐसा कैसे, तो ये अलग ऐसा ऐसा डेटा क्यों है? एक कंसोल का तुम रेवेन्यू बता रहे हो और स्टैंडअलोन का पैट बता रहे हो, तो कंसोल का पैट बताओ
Okay, sir. Right.
या कंसोल का रेवेन्यू बताओ फिर,
Makes sense, sir. Makes sense.
है ना? क्योंकि क्वेश्चन आता है कि तुमने बोला कि 5% से बड़ा है रेवेन्यू और बोल रहे पैट 140% से बड़ा है, तो द थिंग्स आर नॉट
Aligning.
इन लाइन।
Right.
हाँ,
Correct.
तो ऐसा क्यों हुआ? सो व्हाट वाज इट, क्या था उसका रेवेन्यू कितने से बड़ा है?
रेवेन्यू सर देखना पड़ेगा मेरे को, मैंने स्टैंडअलोन का रेवेन्यू नहीं लिखा है, कंसोलिडेटेड का लिखा है।
कोई दो नंबर्स कनेक्ट, डॉट्स कनेक्ट नहीं
कनेक्ट,
हो रहे।
हाँ जी।
हाँ,
I
तो कनेक्ट
also
होने
I
चाहिए।
missed one point. Reason was mainly कि डेट पेड ऑफ हुआ था पिछले क्वार्टर में, so इसीलिए जो फाइनेंस कॉस्ट है कैश फ्लो में वो डिक्रीज हुआ है, that's why the 140% rise impact.
सॉरी क्या हुआ है? सॉरी
The debt was paid off in the last quarter, जितने उनके पास डेट थे, तो फाइनेंस कॉस्ट उनका डिक्रीज हो गया था, that's why the rise of 140%.
ओके, सो पता है मैंने कल बोला था, अच्छा राइट, सो लेट मी नो, सो यस्टरडे आई हैव टोल्ड यू टू स्पेसिफिकली टॉक ओनली अबाउट EBITDA, पैट की बातें नहीं करते।
हाँ नहीं, हाँ सर बराबर है आपने।
You don't talk about PAT. If you want to start the news, you can easily say that the EBITDA margin expanded by healthy 140 basis point. That would be a better way of presenting a news rather than saying PAT increase. So when you say the EBITDA margin expanded 140 basis points, specifically my question will come, why? So here you have given the answer that the PAT has increased. Sorry, the EBITDA increase is obviously because of reducing cost. Which was what? Which cost you said?
प्रोडक्टिव नहीं, कॉस्ट डिसिप्लिन, मतलब पूरा ही ओवरऑल कॉस्ट जो उनका एवरेज रूम पर रेवेन्यू या फिर फूड बिजनेस वगैरह जो भी कॉस्ट था, दे ट्राई टू लिमिट इट टू द मिनिमम।
हाँ, so they have tried. So see now it is for industry to industry. Hotel industry में EBITDA margin improve होना, it is not because of raw material price. Got it? It will not happen because of raw material price. So your news, so see this is a various industry you talk in various terms. Yes, if it was automobile industry, yes, EBITDA margin impact because of raw material.
Okay.
If it was the other manufacturing company, it was impacted because of raw material. EBITDA margin because of cost measures only.
Right.
So you should have started with revenue increase. Okay, revenue increase 5%, and which led to a higher occupancy of 77%, 75%. अभी higher occupancy 75% पहले कितना था? नहीं पता तो गूगल कर लो ना, ये ऐसे पूछ लो, मिल जाएगा, थोड़ी कंपनी के वेबसाइट पे जाके देखना तुमको। When you say specific things, see now you said ARR increase 7%, room revenue RevPAR increase 9%. What about occupancy? What about occupancy? Increase what, decrease what?
It was higher, but not. I didn't connect.
So I will tell. Yeah. So in hotel industry, usually your revenue or profitability increase because of increase in occupancy, because that reduces the fixed cost.
Right.
100 रूम्स है, पहले सिर्फ 70 रूम्स यूज करने के, अभी 75, तो ऑटोमेटिकली तुम्हारा मार्जिन एक्सपांड होना ही है। So ये ऐसा है, ये इंडस्ट्री, इट इज डिफरेंटली दैट यू सी, इट इज नॉट हाउ यू लुक एट द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट के वजह से मार्जिन इंप्रूव होता है, स्टील कॉस्ट कम हो गया, क्रूड ऑयल कम हो गया, क्रूड प्राइस कम हो गया, बट इन दिस इंडस्ट्री देयर इज नथिंग, देयर इज नो कॉस्ट टू इट, इट इज ओनली ऑपरेशनल कॉस्ट, एंड इट इज वेरी generalized. Majorly why it has increased, it has because of the increase in occupancy. So profitability, so EBITDA, bigger hotels occupancy increase, let's say whatever basis point, 500 basis point, which led to a 120, 140 basis point increase in EBITDA margins. Okay. Then what happens? When you talk about the RevPAR increase to 9%, whereas so now here also average room is increased by 7%, average room rate, and RevPAR increased by 9%. It obviously means ऐसा कैसे हुआ? It's because occupancy. So RevPAR, so I will say in manufacturing terms, ARR is the volume and RevPAR is the revenue. तो बीच में क्या बचा? Usually price बचता है.
Price.
हाँ तो sorry. So ARR is the price. Sorry, ARR is the price and it is the revenue. तो बचा क्या? Volumes. Volumes क्या है? Volumes is the occupancy. Okay. So you have to reframe it. हाँ, वो reframe करके ऐसा बताना है. Okay, that is why ये conference calls read करने होते हैं या industry read करने होते हैं. You understand, how to write things. लिखने में कोई problem नहीं था, but understand, there is a problem in understanding. You're not understanding what are you writing.
Okay, sir. I'm not linking it properly. I have written one there and one here, so I'll have to link
हाँ,
it.
yes. No, वो तुमको समझा ही नहीं कि EBITDA margin तो see yesterday also I've said, others also, you should not start with PAT. PAT is one of the most inflated number in a P&L statement. You have to talk about EBITDA. If you want to talk about something cost, talk about EBITDA. Ideally, it should start with revenue, but let's say in this case, revenue was 5%, but EBITDA increased 10%. So it was because of the increase in volume, occupancy rate. It was not because of the cost structure. It was a fixed cost, operating leverage kicks in.
Got it, sir. I missed on the business mode only. Got it.
हाँ, that's what. वो बहुत फर्क है. इसके लिए वो होता है. You have to read it to understand it. इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ. समझ में आता है. Okay. Okay. Ankit Kumar. अंकित कुमार.
यस सर.
कल बराबर लिखा था. आज आराम से बोलो, ठीक है.
सर
बातचीत करो मेरे से.
सर 2-3 न्यूज है मेरे पास, तो मैं कौन सा बोलूं?
ईवी तो हो गया, ये मैरिक को भी हो गया. पीएनजी बोलो. पीएनजी के बोलो.
Basically, PNG is acquiring a premium supplement brand at valuation of $3.6 billion. The acquiring company name is Throne Business. It will give a give a tough competition to Hindustan Unilever new acquiring company Grunts. Apart from that, PNG will basically enter into the health business. It will basically enter into the health business. You will see the long-term growth of that business, and PNG will basically break. It will see his product beyond the very. It will diversify his portfolio beyond his FMCG market, FMCG product.
हो गया.
Yes. सर लिखा है मैंने ऊपर लिखे हुए.
Ankit, but you have to at least make 2 to 3 paragraphs, okay? It is not that you write only 1 paragraph. तुमने बहुत छोटा कर दिया न्यूज़.
सर न्यूज़ ही
at least
छोटा
2
था.
paragraphs.
उसमें वही लिखा हुआ था बस.
तो फिर ठीक है, फिर अपडेट होगा ये. फिर तुम्हारा न्यूज़ लेटर नहीं हुआ. दिस इज एन अपडेट. मैरी को भी उतना ही लिखा है तुमने जो बड़ा था. ईवी टू व्हीलर के बारे में उतना ही लिखा है तुमने. ठीक है, ये ईवी का और एक किसने बोला था तो उसके बारे में बोलता हूँ. ठीक है, थोड़ा अंकित ऑलवेज see because the newspaper में the article is of 15-20 lines and you cannot just write 2 lines on it. So choose an article which can make 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs is 9 lines. Okay, 9 is okay. 5 to 9 is fine. 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs. But 1 paragraph is not expected. And usually by the 3rd paragraph, if there are only 2 paragraphs, 3rd paragraph will be your conclusion. Then what did you understand from this news? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Saket.
Hello everyone. Hi sir. So my news is on Ola Electric. The topic is already been covered. It is on the page 5 of Financial Express. So Ola Electric has signed a memorandum of understanding with Access Energy for 20 gigawatt storage, which has led to increase in stock price up to 7.4% on Wednesday. So Ola Electric has signed MOU for for battery energy storage systems to increase the deployment of for potential deployment of up to 20 gigawatt hour of battery storage, and it is the first order, a potential order that they have got for their Mahashakti project that is about to launch on 15th of August. Also, the Central Electronic Authority has given a fresh estimate that by 2032, 400 plus gigawatt hours of storage capacity will be needed. This can also be viewed as a vertical integration step taken by Ola Electric, since they have been facing problems in their current EV business. It is not expected to hit the P&L yet. Also, the memorandum is non-binding, but it could lead to orders in the near future. And in conclusion, I would say that the step by Ola Electric uh, is is good for their growth as their EV business has been facing a lot of problems recently. And it could be a big step towards vertical integration, which could lead to more orders in the future as well.
Okay, fine. Good one, sir. Formatting. See, Saket, I've just sent a newsletter in the group, that announcement. You have to write newsletter like that. No, it should be heading, paragraphs. It is not
Okay, sir.
how it is expected.
Okay,
Because
sir. Sure.
problem is when you write something, you cannot present it because you are only confused what to speak on.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Akshay, Parmar.
Hi everyone, good evening. So my today's news is about Maruti. There is an update about Maruti that they in the first quarter they absorbed most of the the cost hikes during this quarter. So even though their volumes rose by 30%, their profit fell by 10% due to the cost hikes. Mainly the commodity cost cut their margins by 300 basis points, of which about 110 basis points came from the shift from the payment to suppliers, the
Akshay,
settlement
one second.
that
Akshay,
they.
1 second. Akshay,
Yes,
1 second. You have written so much thing. How will you present that?
Yes, so that's what I was confused
But
about what to
what I have
like.
told you to write only 3 points, right?
Yes, sir.
3 lines. So why are you writing so much?
So I wanted to cover all of the data points. That's why I.
No, that's fine. So data point should be in 1 paragraph. Maruti
Yes, sir.
absorbed the West Asia cost price in Q1 FY, which Q1? Q1 FY27.
Yes.
See now, why are there 2 headings? Maruti absorbed most of the West Asia cost price in Q1. Chairman pushes back on. There are 2 news which are here unnecessary added.
Yes, so there were 2 updates
Chairman.
actually.
So keep it safe differently, no? Why are you mixing everything in once?
Okay.
What was your topic that Maruti absorbed? So now the question is, why are you writing? What is the purpose of telling them? Maruti absorbed the most of the West Asia price. So what happened? So profit increased 10%. Profit fell 10%. Still the profit
Yes.
fell 10%.
Yes.
So is it right to say that? My question is, if they absorb, Maruti absorbed, so the profit fell by 10%.
Yes, sir.
So you would
So
have
they
written
didn't
your heading.
hike their prices even though the costs have increased.
So your heading should be the Maruti's profit declined 10% as the company absorbed the West Asia prices. West Asia cost spike. That could have been a heading. Simple
Okay,
heading.
sir. Yes.
Then you talk about data points. So what happened? The commodity cost alone cuts margin by 300 basis point, of which 110 came from supply settlement. Gas is 20 basis point. Fixed cost absorption 30 basis point. Forex 30 basis point. And employees 40 basis point. Okay, data points.
Yes. Okay.
Right? Achha, so you don't have to talk about employee, fixed cost absorption, forex. Major cut was what? The commodity cost alone cut the margin by 300 basis point. That's it.
Okay, sir.
You
So
don't
the
have to
major
present
chunk
everything.
of the.
Write it. Yes. So you don't
Okay,
have
sir.
to present each and everything. You are not writing a report now. If it was a report, then it was fine. And while presenting, also no point presenting all the chota. It is like saying, Akshay, you are saying, out of my 1 crore income, 100 rupees came from dividend.
Okay. Yeah, I understand, sir.
Does it make sense to speak on that?
No.
Okay, so cost. Okay, then. So now see, you talking about cost, and again you went on export still grew 30%. Cost से export पे किधर चलेगा?
So I was I meant to talk about the production and then the exports.
So there is a second point, second paragraph where you say the Maruti's, despite of the West Asia crash, Maruti's volume still grew up 30%.
Okay.
Then what grew up in 30%? International. Exports grew around 30% despite some West Asia shipments.
Yes.
Maruti's 120. See why it is as Maruti's 120 country footprint cushion the impact. ऐसा नहीं बोलते हम. Or you can justify that, okay, Maruti didn't have the effect as Maruti sells in the more 120, it sells in 120 countries.
Okay.
Or you can, the Maruti portfolio is diversified into 120 countries. That can be written in short.
Yes.
Maruti
Okay,
portfolio, since Maruti exports grew 30%, since Maruti is, the export is diversified into 120 countries. हो गया ना, वही बता रहा था. इसके वजह से volume hit नहीं हुआ. That is the reason West Asia price didn't impact Maruti's export. Fine. Then what? Then again, this point is fine. Demand continues to outstrip as dealer inventory sits at 13 days. So what are they doing to do that? Correct. 2 lines. They are starting with 2 lines. Gujarat 4th and added 500,000 annual capacity. And it will take around 4 to 5 months to ramp up. Keep it short. Again, this is the totally different Maruti RC law. So you can write this. 3 paragraphs could have been done easily.
Sure, sir. I'll ध्यान में रखूंगा सर.
तो नो पॉइंट, इतना बड़ा लिखने का कोई मतलब नहीं.
Okay.
मतलब बोल ही नहीं पाओगे, तो बोल ही नहीं पाओगे, बोलोगे तो समझेगा भी नहीं. याद थोड़ी रहने वाले हो सब चीजों.
हाँ.
कोई ना, तुमको याद है क्या? तुमको 10th में कितने मार्क्स आए थे कौन से सब्जेक्ट में? सबके याद है?
नहीं.
क्यों याद नहीं? अच्छा, विच वर द टॉप, व्हाट वाज योर फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट जो तुमको पता है ज्यादा है, पर पता नहीं कितने पर ज्यादा है, उसमें किसमें आए?
तो थोड़ा थोड़ा याद है, मतलब पूरा
याद है ना? थोड़ा
एग्जैक्टली याद नहीं है.
वही होता है, थोड़ा थोड़ा याद रहता है, बट एटलीस्ट एक तो याद रहता है. ये चक्कर में एक भी याद नहीं रहेगा तुमको, इतना सब याद करने जाओगे तो. ओके.
Yes.
Okay, who's next? Kashyap, you want to speak?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So today is my news on the Marico, which has delivered the best result in the last 5 years. The revenue has grown by 23% year on year to the 39 billion, and the net profit is grown by 27% with a 6.5%, which is 6.5 billion, which is led by the domestic volume growth of 11%. The copra price has fell 45% from the August 2025, which will increase the parachute oil pricing margin increases, and analyst is expecting double-digit growth. And another edible oil revenue has grown by 7% year on year, even if the volume is fell in single digit. The management is expecting the food portfolio has become larger than the edible oil over the next 3 to 5 years.
Kashyap, you have sent me the news?
Yes.
Which number you have sent? I get your news.
I'm sending you the hi.
I see your name differently. How do you pronounce your name? Kashyap.
Kashyap, yes.
Kashyap, can you tell again? Sorry, please can you repeat the news again?
Yeah, okay. So today my news on the Marico, which releases the result, which is the best result in the last 5 years. So, the revenue has grown by 23% year on year to the 39 billion, and the net profit is grown by the 28%, which is 6.5 billion, which is led by the domestic volume growth is 11%. The copra price has fell 45% from the August 2025, which will increase the parachute premium product margin.
No, see, one second, Kashyap, you are going too fast.
Okay.
Stop. No? One paragraph you said that revenue increased to 22%, which was the best ever quarter. Domestic revenue grew 11%. Fine. Now what happened in domestic? So you have to say in domestic. Copra prices crashed Parachute helps. It helps Parachute increases margins. Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the copra prices fell 45% from the since August 2025. That will lead to the increase in the margin of the, and the analyst expecting the double-digit growth from this product. And the second is the edible oil. Edible oil revenue has grown by 7.5% year on year, even when the volume is fell in the single digit. The management is expecting the food portfolio is become larger than the edible oil in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, fine. Great. Good one.
Thank you.
There were a lot in the news from yesterday. 2-3 articles were there, so there are a lot of news article. Fine. Okay. Raviraj? Viraj?
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
So I want to give a short update about Lemon Tree. So from the last 15 to 20 days, Lemon Tree is entering into different parts of states. Like in today's news, they are entering with its Ski Light brand in Manali with 24 room hotel. Then on 29th of 30th July, they announced that they are entering into Nepal and Andhra Pradesh. In Nepal, Siddharth Nagar, they are entering with 120 keys, and in Andhra Pradesh in Vijayawada, they are entering with 70 keys. Then on 29th July, they were entering in Madhya Pradesh with around 55 keys. Then also in Assam, on 15th July, they was entering with 55 keys in Jorhat. So from last 15 to 20 days, Lemon Tree has announced its different entrance into different part of state.
Viraj, why haven't you sent me this news?
सर एक्चुअली वो थोड़ा आज लेट हो गया था तो सोचा को डायरेक्टली प्रेजेंट कर देता हूँ.
नहीं, डायरेक्टली प्रेजेंट नहीं है पर have to send me the news. ना मुझे
Okay,
पता
sir,
नहीं
okay,
तुम
sir.
न्यूज़ बोल क्या रहे हो. तुम छोटा बहुत कम बोल लोगे. It should be sent to me before.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, Rishikesh, you want Hero?
Sir, actually, I have on Ola.
Acha, fine. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to give a short update on Ola Electric. So, Ola Electric has partnered with Axis Energy. They will be providing a pipeline to the Ola for the large battery storage system across all over India. So, let us first understand about what is battery storage system. The Ola Electric will generate some kind of electricity from the solar and wind energy, and if there is excess energy, they will store it into the large storage system, which can be used afterwards. So if there is any less sunlight or any wind constraint coming in the country, so this the stored energy can be used by the Ola Electric and also by the customer. Also, beyond electric scooters, they are also entering into clean energy business, which gives them a large room for improvement, and compared to others like Ether and other Hero eVida, this is the thing which they are doing. It separates them from the others, and India is expecting 400 gigawatt hour storage capacity by 2032. Because of this, the Ola Electric can receive a large renewable energy projects in upcoming 9 to 10 years. Also, due to this all information signaling, the share of Ola Electric rose by 7.4%, which is a good sign. So my takeaway on this, this is only a one thing which Ola has done in the recent years. Due to the bad impressions of their scooters in last 2 to 3 years, like they catch fire and everything. After this, Ola has developed some kind of good things by doing all these kinds of stuffs. which can be also which can also rise their shares in ahead future. Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Rishikesh, you don't have to speak so much. You only have to speak which you can recollect things.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So there are only 3 data points in that, in the news, ideally. Ola is coming up with a 20 gigawatt plant. They have been signed an agreement with Access Energy. Why are they signing? Because as the industry is requiring 400 gigawatts in the next coming years, that is the reason they are expanding. So that, or you can say that since the industry requires 400 gigawatts energy, Ola can be a big beneficiary for it.
Yes.
And what are the data points? What is another data point that?
Sir,
Nothing.
only that 4.4%.
What was it?
The share rose by 4.4.
That is the irrelevant. That will happen every day.
It is
There were
only
only 2 data points.
Yeah, it is only like an update about.
Yeah. So see, if it's an update, you should remember that update. Because if you speak so much, you will not remember it after 1 month.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want everyone to get hampered with a lot of information. Be specific. So you can easily say, sir, it was an update. I would like to quickly tell about it. Because I didn't find any news today. There's a quick update that Ola has signed an agreement and which is up to 100 gigawatts. And obviously you have done a great job to find that the partnership, India is expected to require over 400 gigawatts of 400 giga energy storage capacity by 2032. This will create a good site for Ola in the coming years. That's it. And Access, you can talk. Access brings a pipeline of 350 renewable energy, but that has nothing to do Access Energy because that is an additional data point. If you want, you can give.
Yes.
3 points. There were only 3 points, but you were speaking like for 10-15 seconds. More than that, rather. And I know you cannot recollect all those things. You were looking in the screen and speaking.
Yes, sir.
Got it. It should be very calm. It should not be like you should get more scared of speaking to me or I am to speak too much. No. Analysis is never too much. If you want to do too much analysis, write in your reports with data points and graphs. Okay.
Okay.
While having conversation, it should be very quick because at the end, I should feel where should I buy the stock or not. That should be the end goal. Or just an update. General knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Asif.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Sir, I have sent a news to you now.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
the news got out after 11:30, where the EAH annual general meeting held. So I have also given the sources below. The
EIH, you can speak on EIH.
Yes, sir. EAH net profit surged 260% to 1.2 billion in Q1 FY27, and revenue grew 21.6% to 7 billion. This is mainly because of the low base effect of the last Q1 FY26, where the net profit got hit by a legal dispute of 1.1 billion in the last Q1 FY27. And growth is mainly due to the premium luxury travel. EAH Hotel Limited contains approximately 5,000 rooms, out of which 2,200 rooms are in ultra luxury Oberoi brand, and 2,500 rooms are in the premium Trident brand, where the Trident brand has 5-star executive business travel rooms. The management has said in the annual general meeting that they are planning to expand another 2,000 rooms by 2030 across 25 properties, out of which 18 will be in ultra luxury Oberoi brand, and 7 will be in the Trident brand. That's all, sir.
Okay, fine. Now there are data points, a lot of data points. Now I'll tell you how to present this data. Fine. Okay. Okay. Now I will start reviewing. Acha, Kiran is reviewing. No? Sorry, Kiran. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kiran.
Good evening, sir. It's
Good
just a small update on Eicher Motor. So where Eicher Motor expanded their manufacturing facility through its subsidiary. So Royal Enfield has leased 400,000 square feet of industrial space in one hub, which is located in Chennai for 10 years. The company will pay around 8.3 million per month with the rent increased by 3.5 every year. So this facility adds to Royal Enfield existing 250 acres plant, which can produce around 900,000 units. Further, the company is building another factory in Andhra Pradesh, showing its focus on expanding its operation. So it's in my view that this expansion shows that the Eicher Motors is preparing for higher demand, which is coming from in both domestic and export. It should help the company increase to boost their production capacity as well as strengthening leadership in mid-size motorcycle segment. So the 90%
किरण,
of
इतना सब तुम बोल रहे हो, इतना याद भी है तुमको, इतना सब बोल रहे हो. आंख बंद करके बोलो जरा, आंख बंद करके बोलो.
okay. Really, sir?
हाँ यार, really. Close your eyes and tell. जो बोला ना, हर एक चीज मुझे चाहिए, जो इतना सब तुमने बोला. What happened in Eicher Motors? Close your eyes.
Okay. So it's a quick update on Eicher Motors. So Eicher Motors expanding its manufacturing facility through its subsidiary. The Royal Enfield leased 400,000 square feet land in Chennai, one hub which is located in Chennai for 10 years, and the company will pay around 3.8 million rupees with the interest rate of 3.5 every year. And these facilities add the Royal Enfield facilities, manufacturing facilities, bring 250 acres plant with the company can produce around
What? Sorry. What 250 acres plant? What is it?
250. So it's a space. So it's added.
Where?
In Chennai.
250 एकड़ पे किधर चले गए? अभी हम 400 स्क्वायर फुट की बात कर रहे थे. 250 किधर आ गया? Which one?
This is added to the existing plan.
So Eicher Motors already operates a 250 acre manufacturing plant at Wellam. Where is Wellam?
In Chennai. Sorry, Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. How much it has? Occupancy capacity?
No.
Fine. Okay. Fine. मैं आता हूँ इस पर. ठीक है. अच्छा. So guys, those who have talked about inflation, we started with Ritik. Okay. Ritik. Then okay. Where is Ritik? Ritik Singh. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Ritik, when you are talking about your stock, sorry. First of all, you have written it fine. Format is properly fine. Now June. So when you said the inflation is increasing, it will lead to increase in expected to increase from 4.5%. At the end, at the conclusion, which stocks or which companies will get impacted? Ye kahan pe? As Aniket rightly mentioned that, these are the three impacts that, so not Aniket, someone who mentioned that it will impact 3-4 sectors. I think Mayank Solanki, right? So where is that in your news? तुमने ये news लिखा, इसका मैं क्या करूँ? Which sectors will it impact? Got it? At the end, it should be about the sectors that where the sectors has been impacted. And while speaking, others also, while speaking, Harsh Gupta and Harsh, you were there. Harsh, first of all, no fluency, lot of things you were adding. It could have been ended in just 3 minutes. Sorry, three data points. 3 to 4 data points. Harsh, that is what you can remember max as a human brain. You don't have to talk much. You cannot remember those things. Or you should be extremely sharp. I am also not at that extremely sharp. 3 to 4 data points is fine in the entire news. July inflation is expected at 4.5%, 162 basis point higher year on year, breaching RBI's target of 4% mainly due to supply side disruption. So your heading only started. RBI is expected to, when you're talking two parts, it becomes difficult for you to recollect things. What was it? And even it helps. It annoys me that ये दो बार क्यों बात कर रहा है एक ही चीज. Start with data points. Everyone, whenever you write any heading should consider data points. इसके लिए मैं बोलता हूँ 3 heading, 3 data points. That's it. और तुमसे उससे ज्यादा याद रहने वाला है नहीं. You will not remember those things. And if you don't remember it, you will not be able to present it. If someone asks me, Harsh, what is the inflation today? You will not be able to recollect things. तुमने इतना सब कुछ लिखा है उसमें. If you want to write it at the end. So July CPI. So see, first the news was Harsh about the July inflation is at 5.2%. That was the news. Okay, which was above the RBI's target level of 4%. Okay. Now July is expected कैसे है? हो गया ना वो already. Expected किधर है? July के तो numbers आ गए ना. We are in August.
Sir, official date is not coming yet. It is coming around 18th.
So you could have said that so July's CPI index is expected to be around 4.5%, which is 160 basis point higher. Fine, this would have been heading. And in that, so what happened in that? So the majorly the food. So CPI index has breached the RBI comfort level of 4%. It was due to the supply side disruption. हो गया एक paragraph का एक point. Then what happened? What is expected to increase in inflation? The food inflation.
Food and beverage. Yeah.
So food and beverage is expected to grow 4.5%, which is 620. So you can say 630 basis point. Yeah, quarter on quarter की जरूरत नहीं है. या Q on Q बोल दो. अच्छा
ये. It is year on year.
Year on year and ये Q on Q 39 basis point Q on Q.
That is given in the
Q on Q थोड़ी होता है, month on month ही होगा ना या year on year होगा. Q on Q कैसे?
Oh yeah, sequentially yeah.
Month on month.
Yeah, month on month.
वही. आज ऐसा लिख नहीं सकते तुम. Food and beverage. So what happened in that CPI? Food and beverage is expecting how much? 5.4%.
Yeah.
Led by vegetables.
Cereal.
Specifically. Vegetables, specifically onions, cereals, edible oil and pulses. या बोल दो edible. जितना याद रहे उतना चलेगा. सब बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Majorly led by food inflation was vegetables. Majorly vegetables ही थे. Okay. Second part. What is there in CPI? First is food inflation. Second is the core inflation. The core inflation is expected to be lower. है ना? वहाँ पे 4.5 था ना expected. You can also mention it. Core inflation is expected to be lower at 3.9%, or between the range of 3 to 3.9 to 4.1. और चलो ना 4% लिख दो, इतना की specify कर रहा हूँ. Core inflation is expected to be remain around 4% level, which is lower than the CPI. बोल सकते हैं? Why it is? So fuel prices have declined because of this decrease in the petrol price, crude oil prices, right? That is the reason the core inflation declined. ये month में crude oil has declined to how much? Declined by 6%. तो $83 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो देखना जिसको, या फिर you can write it, mention it around 83 to 89. So the core inflation was lower than the CPI inflation is because majorly as the crude prices declined by 6 to 9% in July. Where so the crude stands currently around 83 to, sorry, the crude average was around 83 to 88 to 93. That's it. हो गए 3 पॉइंट, इतना ही याद रखना है तुम. यू नो व्हेन जस्ट गो एंड सी बैक योर वीडियो हाउ यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग इट. हमारा वीडियो देख लेना वापस यूट्यूब पे जाके कि तुम कैसे प्रेजेंट कर रहे थे. 3 पॉइंट बताने थे तो हर्ष, बीइंग सो क्वालिफाइड, इफ यू कैन नॉट इवन प्रेजेंट 3 पॉइंट्स, उसमें भी तुम करोगे तो दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेड. दे विल स्टार्ट जजिंग ऑन योर एजुकेशन दैट ये रट्टा मार के पास हो गया, क्योंकि वो चाहता रहता है नहीं. और व्हाट हैपेंस यू नो, सिंस यू बिलोंग टू अ टियर 2 सिटी, दे स्टार्ट जजिंग यू कि अरे इसका टियर 2 है तो उसका ना प्रेजेंटेशन खराब होगा, ये होगा वो होगा, एंड it gives a bad impression in the interview, when you speak up. Okay, when you speak up so much, you have to be, see, rehearse it again, go and rehearse it, just 3 lines, इतना ही बोलना था बस, without looking. Data point अभी, do you remember data points क्या है? 4.5% CPI, for inflation 5.4%, core inflation was at 4, correct?
Yes, sir.
हो गया 3 डेटा पॉइंट. उसके रीजंस याद रखने की जरूरत है. कोर इन्फ्लेशन पता है, क्रूड के पैसे डिक्लाइन हुआ, फूड इन्फ्लेशन ऑनियंस के पैसे बढ़ा. तो क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं इसमें तुमको याद क्या करना था, एंड व्हाई आर यू ब्लफिंग सो मच. ओके, ऋतिक, टू यू, व्हाई आर दिस थिंग्स वर नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ योर article?
I got disconnected, I think. Hello.
No, I think why was this all part not in your presentation, in your report, sorry, in your newsletter? Food
Yes,
inflation
I
कम
missed
हुआ,
that.
क्यों हुआ? हाँ, so Mayank has actually written
Q, sir,
very well
I
about the
mentioned
inflation.
about the reason that the increase in the price of vegetables, pulses, vegetables
Which vegetables?
for the food
Especially
inflation
onions. So,
part.
which vegetables? So onions. Okay. Core inflation
So I
remained
thought
at around
onion is
4%.
also
Why?
vegetable, that's why I'm a bit not.
अच्छा, okay. No, so specifically onion increase. तो yesterday कल भी आया था, tomato onion के prices बढ़ गए थे. TOP था, tomato onion potato. This is how they say. So onion price have increased. Sorry, ये मैं tomato price have increased this quarter, this month, sorry. अगस्त में मंथ में वो इंक्रीज हो गया. Fine. So keep it small. Keep data points and reasons. And others, those who have only written about inflation, भाई बाकी सब क्यों नहीं लिखे न्यूज? कंपनीज के बारे में इतना कुछ था, मारुति के बारे में था, ओला के बारे में था, मैरिको के बारे में वापस था. Why there are no news written on? There was about hotel industry as well. EIH, there was about EIH, there was about that Brigade Hotels. Inflation is just an update, huh? That is not
Yes.
going to help you crack interviews. So writing only about inflation is like AI को बोल दो वो तुमसे अच्छा लिख देगा, प्रेजेंट भी कर देगा, क्या है? So writing those have written only about inflation, that is not accepted. Inflation मतलब तुमने कुछ नहीं किया पूरे दिन. एंड ये न्यूज कब से आ चुका है? अभी नहीं आया ये न्यूज, ये वापस अपडेट हुआ है न्यूज, सिर्फ एडिशनल डेटा पॉइंट्स आए उसमें. ओके, सो ऋतिक, हाँ,
I will
मोक्ष,
present hero con call tomorrow.
सॉरी, हीरो कौन कर
I
हो
will
गया? अभी क्या
present.
प्रेजेंट करोगे? अभी कंपनी प्रेजेंट की, ऑटोमोबाइल प्रेजेंट करो.
ठीक है. Okay.
क्या मोक्ष? हाँ,
Yes,
so
sir.
मोक्ष हाँ, मोक्ष, yeah. So मोक्ष, you said, right, you were talking about the river raises 120 million to scale count to 200, scale store count to 200 and boost capacity to 7x to 8x. Okay, now since river is something that we don't know what company is it, so you need to know where are they launching their products. Adding 125 stores, expanding the total networks to 200 outlets, launching 2 new EV products, first affordable mass market slated for mid-sale. So currently 2 new EV products, in which segment? EV products means, do you mean commercial vehicles? Do you mean 3-wheelers? Do you mean 4-wheelers? Do you mean electric 2-wheelers?
Yeah. So River
Because
Mobility is electric
The bike.
2-wheeler.
It is
Am I audible?
It is a, yeah, you're audible. Yes.
Yeah. So I was saying that River Mobility only manufactures electric two-wheelers, and currently it has only one product, which is River Indy. It is priced around 1.6 lakhs, and only Ather and River compete in this segment of more than rupees 1.5 lakhs. So they are the primary competitors, and the two new products which I was talking about, first, which is expected in mid 2027, is expected to be in the price range of 1.25 to 1.5 lakhs. So that is the segment which they are targeting right now, and slightly less. By that they mean this 1.25 to 1.5 lakhs, because they are not getting that PLI benefit. They are not able to come into the 1 to 1.25 lakh segment. That's why even in the article they have mentioned that it's unfair that we are not getting the 12 to 13% cost advantage which other companies are getting, by legacy companies they mean.
Okay, fine. So that's what that you should
Yeah.
maintain in your article. So when you tell it, I should know that which two EV models they are launching, and obviously it is directly competing which Ritza model. Sorry,
Okay.
which Ather model. So we know Ather that Ritza is competing. And
Rizta,
yesterday
yes.
there was a news that Ather has majority of the revenue coming from Rizta. 200,000 units were sold by Rizta. Okay. So these some data points you can compare and talk on it. Because since there was
Okay.
nothing more in the news, you could have compared it with Ather.
All right.
Okay. Acha, when you speak now retail expansion, see again I say heading should have data point. ना तो तुमको ज़्यादा present करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. If there is more onto your headings only.
Okay.
I'm okay if you write an heading and that could be a point, single point. Because in under heading, if you don't have much to talk on, so why you to write a heading unnecessarily? Because you are not writing a report as of now. You're just sending me a normal text message. Now just imagine if you want to type all those things. कितना टाइम लगेगा ऐसा करने को? अभी तुमने ये कॉपी पेस्ट किया इसलिए वो क्विकली हो गया. But if I tell you no more write entirely type this news, कितना टाइम लगेगा? Alright. So why unnecessary to add things? Because this is a WhatsApp text message.
Right.
तो ना किसी को फैमिली मेंबर को तुम करते हो मैसेज, कोई पढ़ता है इतना बड़ी मैसेज, तुमको फॉरवर्ड भेजते रहो रोज फॉरवर्ड्स भेजो एक. You know how we get confused with the forwards? कि कितना मतलब कौन पढ़ेगा इतना forwards? We see usually in our family groups सुबह morning messages, है ना? ये ऐसा लगता है फिर कि बस अचानक से भेज दिया तो कि बस लिखना तो था नहीं. So what happens? The perspective happens that he is not writing. इसने just काफी copy paste किया, even after putting those many efforts.
Understood.
Now this can be written as retail expansion, new product launches. So River raises 120 million to scale store counts to 200 units and boost capacity by 7 to 8x. Okay. Now, what are they doing? You again said that store capacity to kitna? So River is adding 125 stores by the end of FY27 and expanding its retail stores to around 200 outlets. Fine.
Yes.
Why are they doing it? Correctly. That you mentioned that, sir, they are launching 2 new EV products with the first affordable mass market slated to launch in FY27. Currently, how much products they have? You said
Only
it's
have one product. Yes.
So currently they only have one product, which is available. So मुझे पता है 200 products से 2 product बिक रहे.
Okay.
Okay. Because this is a new company, no one knows about it. Okay. Then you said boost the capacity 7 to 8 times. So currently the manufacturing capacity. Currently the manufacturing capacity कितना है?
It's 10,000
Utilization बाद में आएगा.
units. Okay.
So currently the manufacturing capacity stands at 10,000 units, which is having a capacity utilization of 60%.
Okay.
Okay. Now this expansion, they're expanding how much?
They are adding 70 to 80,000.
Yes. So they are adding the greenfield construction. Data points first. So they are planning to have a greenfield expansion of 70 to 80,000 units, which is expected to start construction in 2 months. Because 2 months important है और मतलब 80,000 important है. 80,000, no?
Yes.
So construction. So this can be reframed a little bit. लिखा बराबर है. Now your perspective is fine. बराबर है. But अभी just to present करना भी तुमको भी तो याद रहना चाहिए. Now I remember. क्या है? 125 stores count कर रहे हैं तो total store उनका 200 होगा. उनके पास फिलहाल 2 ही models है. One is into 1.5 lakhs and one is into the 1 lakh model that you're saying. ये 2 launch कर रहे हैं. Which and when? Where are they launching these 2 models? Which segment you said? Mass segment.
No, they only have one product right now, which is in more than 1.5 lakh segment, and they are expected to launch another in 1.25 to 1.5 lakh segment.
1.25 to 5 lakh. That is
yeah.
said to be mass segment.
Yeah.
Which will directly compete Ather Ritza. You can add that.
Okay.
Correct? You can add that.
Okay.
So तुमने वो Ather नीचे लिखने की जरूरत है, तुमको बता दिया कि वो Ather को compete करेगा directly.
Understood.
Now on the production part, when you said 7 to 8 times, so what is current production capacity stands at 10,000 units. So currently they are capacity utilization is 60%. So I understand that they are producing 6,000 units. Producing 6,000 units. Sell कितना कर रहे हैं? Sell कितना कर रहे हैं?
So they are selling 6,000 units right now, and since the number is not available about the production, so that's how I just calculated a ballpark number, saying that they are having a 60% utilization. Although it's not 100% accurate, it's a ballpark number.
अच्छा, okay, approximate. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
good one. Then you can approximate. You can say if 60% capacity है 6,000 बेच रहे, तो yes, obviously it means 10,000 हो गए. Okay, ठीक है.
Right.
Fine. And now they are starting a capacity to make the monthly volumes to 70 to 80,000.
Yes, yes.
जबकि Ola has also commented there, they are also expanding the. अगर उन्होंने कितना बोला था? Ola ने भी कल था ना? नहीं दिखा था.
No, I haven't.
Ola, so not Ola, Ather, sorry. Ather has
yes.
also said that the 3 point. I forgot the
So
number.
Ather
भूल
has,
गया मैं number.
yeah, so Ather has around 30,000 in capacity, and they are doubling it almost to 70,000 units by Diwali. And yeah, and Hero has 15,000 capacity right now. They are adding 10,000 by the end of this quarter, taking their capacity to 25,000, and they are expected to double it again to 50,000 by the end of FY27. And
Fine.
yeah.
And
I was just saying that the River Indy, the management also told that 25,000 is a number EBITDA to be break even. So if they sell 25,000 units, they are expected to be EBITDA break even. And if we see Ather has achieved the same mark somewhere around EBITDA break even. So that's sort of an industry norm right now. That if we sell 25,000 units, we can be EBITDA break even.
Okay. So you can add all these things, na? At least the volume part, data points.
Okay.
Okay, where's Niyati? Niyati. Okay, Niyati, while speaking, went down, rises. This is not how you speak. Okay. It went down. So when you started with Marico's, you start with the revenue, then you start about domestic and international.
Yeah.
Okay. Total revenue grew by 22% to 3. So now we don't talk in crores. We have to talk in millions or billions. It is 39 billion. Okay. So because hair oil sales were excellent and international business grew fast, you can reframe it, ask KI to use some good languages. Total revenue increased 22% led by hair oil sales, and international business grew fast. Grew fast matlab kitna percent?
It was around 22, I think.
It was around 20.
So volume jumped by 15%.
15%, that in constant currency terms.
Yeah.
So you can say that, na, grew fast nahi hota hai. It is always data points. Okay. Net profit jumped 27% to reach. Net profit jumped 27% to 6.5 billion. To reach nahi. Because materials got cheap. I can understand that you have written it. Now you can reframe it in a better way. You can ask ChatGPT to write it in a better English, because we have it. You don't have to be very good at writing English. You can tell ChatGPT to reframe. So you can always tell him, write in an analyst way. Write as if an analyst is writing. So he will give you proper sentences to write. Proper words, yeah. So revenue increase by hair oil sales and the international business. Fine. And profit jump because of reducing raw. And I told you, you should not talk about profit much. You should talk always about EBITDA. Okay. EBITDA margins, you have to talk about EBITDA only. Don't talk about profit jumps. That can be because there are many things which impacts the profit that you don't know.
Yeah.
So EBITDA is the most important. So it's like if 22% revenue has increased, so EBITDA should also jump by 22%. If it's more than 22%, obviously it means that costs have declined. If it's less than 22%, obviously costs have increased. So that goes without saying. You don't have to specify it.
Yeah.
Okay, that is why that percentage number is very important. Okay, then what led in what led in the revenue? Domestic. Okay, domestic volume grew 11% as Parachute volume increased 10%, which was supported by 45% decline in in coconut prices. Stop. So now what happened? You can break the second paragraph into two parts. So the domestic volume increased 11%, which was led by Parachute. Okay, can stop. Then so the Parachute volumes increased 10%, which was it increased because of decline in copra price by 45%, which led Marico to sell large pack, and that allowed company to cut price, which allowed company to cut prices on the Parachute by 17%. You can break it into 2 points. First is just finish it that the domestic sales increased because of increase in Parachute. Parachute में क्या हुआ? So Parachute में 10% volume grow हुआ. It was because of declining prices of by 45%. And because of this price decline, companies were able to cut the prices by 17%. So 2 points उसमें भी और 2 points add. Okay, better way to speak. And then edible saw a growth of 7%. अभी कल ना नियति बहुत सारा आया था edible coil के बारे में. Edible में there was a Saffola business, Saffola food business, which grew 45%. ये भी था कल data points.
Yeah.
And the edible business actually have declined. Edible oil have actually declined by 7%. तुमने grow कैसे लिखा है?
Because in
Just check it.
the article which I read in that, it was mentioned that they are going to focus on Saffola part.
Okay, just check on it whether it is right or not. Yesterday, according to me, the Saffola has declined, not edible. Sorry, Saffola has declined.
Sir, edible oil basically decreased 7 price in volume, and right now she's talking in volume, so decrease in a Saffola franchise edible oil.
Just look at those 2-3 articles near this. So you need to be consistent because this news were lot of news were about this Marico. 3-4 days only Marico is coming. They are also planning to have some launches, and they will be focusing on premium launches more. बहुत कुछ आ रहा था Marico के बारे में. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
And investor takeaway, it is never investor takeaway. You also write your heading. The company expects healthy volume growth going forward because of better monsoon, easing raw material and product portfolio. At the same time, management is expanding healthy food. See, this is again 2 parts. The company expects a healthy volume growth because of better monsoon, easy raw material prices, and broader product portfolio. Stop. Yeah. Then not at the same time, management also expects its food business to expand and aiming to make it bigger than the cooking business in the next 2 to 5 years. With this, they expect to meet the revenue target of 15 billion. 3 points. Okay. Better way of saying rather than just hurrying up to things.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. You should remember this thing because this will again help you in your conference call, report writing, investment thesis. These things will help you again.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleven. Okay. Sleven, in your data points, in your newsletter, first of all, as I mentioned, there was no data points. So that was totally fine. So if there is no data points, Sleven, it should end very quick. Government to revive vehicles fuel efficiency norms by 2027. Now, which vehicles will impact? You said trucks and buses.
Yes.
Correct? So trucks and buses will get impacted because of this vehicle efficiency. You were right. You also mentioned that, sir, there were some constant fuel consumption before. Now the government is changing to some Bharat Vector.
Yes, Bharat.
Okay. Indian developed testing tool. That's it. 2 point. You say 2 points and then forget. Why you have to tell all this thing? Because you have written so much. The article itself is such big. Why you have to again say the same thing? What was it? Government has revived. Government revises commercial vehicle fuel efficiency norms. Okay, what was the norms? First, why did they do it? Why did they do it? Because they want to increase the efficiency of the vehicles. First, it was BE. Now they are changing it to Vector, Bharat Vector. That's it. Done. And now last point was perfect. Who will impact Ashok Leyland? Keep it that quick was it? I will say 10-15 seconds. That's it. Not to talk more and more and more about it because there is no data point on it. So it is just an update. Everyone knows that they are coming up. So it will impact Ashok Leyland unnecessarily because of the government norms. Okay. The second one was fine. EIH partners. So so you could have mentioned that the hotel industry is growing by 7 to 9%. It was there yesterday by ICRA. You could have written it. So now when you say EIH,
Even other
it says
competitors
that
are
luxury hotels.
increasing.
Yeah, so in this news, you can find about what is the growth in the luxury market. When you say that they are planned in Coorg, Kabi, and Hampi are expected to open by 2030. Now, which are this? These resorts are in the premium segment, luxury segment, or mass segment. You can do a bit research on it. It's a luxury segment. Okay. So when you talk about luxury segment, what do you mean by luxury? What is the average room rate? Okay, those data points you can find out. Then the partnership comes at a time when luxury hospitality is witnessing a. You said that it comes at a time when luxury hospitality is witnessing strong growth. I will want what the strong growth means. Okay, the percentage. What is the percentage growth? So it's never theoretical, it's always practical. Strong means how much strong. Okay. And now you said one thing. Asset light, high cash. You don't say high cash, you always say asset light model. Okay. You don't say such word like high cash, low cash. To say they are coming up with an asset light model where they don't invest their amount entirely, which will be run by Bhartiya Authority. So that is EIH is running to an asset light model. Okay. The rest it was fine. News was fine, but these are the additional data I want you to research on it. Okay. Ritik Singh rises ऐसा नहीं बोलते rises किधर गया तुम्हारा ऋतिक हाँ वही इन्फ्लेशन का समझा मैं क्या क्या बोला था वो इन्फ्लेशन तुमने भी इन्फ्लेशन के बारे में लिखा ना
Yes, sir.
ऋतिक
Yes, sir.
तो क्या चार ही पॉइंट्स थे CPI फूड इन्फ्लेशन कोर इन्फ्लेशन दैट्स इट और कुछ भी नहीं था उसमें तुमने इतना सब कुछ क्या लिखा है हाँ तुमने एक पॉइंट ऐड किया अच्छा है डोमेस्टिक के बारे में ऐड किया डोमेस्टिक इकोनॉमी के बारे में डोमेस्टिक इकोनॉमी रिमेन रेसिलेंस अभी ये सब नहीं लिखते रिमेन रेसिलेंस इन द RBI raised GDP forecast you can say the RBI raised the GDP forecast by 10 basis point to 6.7%. Q as economy remains strong. RBI expect the GDP growth to be around 6.7%.
Okay.
Your news should be related to all the 3 points that we talked on. CPI में क्या आता है? Food और core ये दो ही आते हैं. Nothing else. Rises, come down, ऐसा सब नहीं बोलते हैं. Increase बोलते हैं. Rises मतलब क्या होता है? मैं खुद नहीं था. I rise. ऐसा होता है rise. वो राइस सनराइज बोलते हैं ना सन ऊपर आने को सनराइज बोलते हैं
Okay, sir.
तुम्हारा
From the next
पोर्टफोलियो स्टॉक इंक्रीज हुआ स्टॉक राइज नहीं बोलते स्टॉक प्राइस इंक्रीज ना स्टॉक प्राइस राइज अच्छा राइज बोलते हैं तो क्या होता है वो मूवमेंट की बात करते हैं कैंडल स्टिक राइज होता है कि छोटा था अभी बड़ा हो गया वो राइज हो गया ऐसा कुछ था क्या जो छोटा था वो बड़ा हो गया
No, sir.
नीचे था ऊपर आ गया नीचे था वो ऊपर आ गया ऐसा नहीं होता राइजेस नहीं होते ऑलवेज इंक्रीज राइजेस इज नॉट अ प्रॉपर इंग्लिश वर्ड
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Mustafa is there.
Yes.
Mustafa, again, writing is fine, but again here and there. Eicher Motors, let's go. No need of telling lot of things. See, Eicher Motor has leased a 400 land at Kasgaran International Park in what is this?
Sri
Perambur. Okay. This is in Chennai, right? Where is this?
Yes, it's near Chennai. Yeah, not exactly in
Yeah.
Chennai.
So the question first comes that when it leases the plant, why are they leasing? You don't have to start with uska what is the rent and what is the interest rate. Someone else also have written about yeah. Who wrote this? I think someone else also wrote about
Might be
Eicher.
me, sir.
Saurabh, yeah. So you don't have to talk about the rent and all first. They have leased the plant. What is the purpose of leasing?
To increase their capacity to manufacture
To increase
motorcycles.
their
Yeah.
capacity to motorcycle capacity. I think Mayank, sorry, Nishal has written it well. Nishan, तुमने अच्छा लिखा.
Oh, thank you, sir.
No, who wrote it? So who wrote it? I think.
Well, even I
No, who presented it? Sorry, Nishal, you presented it. Audi, no? Who presented it? Aisha. Forgot.
Sir,
No
me.
guy who presented it. Actually.
Me, sir, Kiran.
Kiran. अच्छा हाँ Kiran. Okay, हाँ. So Aisha has rent to 400,000 of lease land. Why they have raised? To increase capacity. So Mustafa, what is the capacity?
Yeah, now the right now the capacity is 1.43 million. It will now increase by 900K. So it will be go
It
up.
will
It will
increase
go
by
up
900.
2.33 million. Yeah.
So that is the reason that they have increased the lease the land. Okay.
Yes.
To increase the capacity. Achha, why are they increasing? Achha, or else
Currently, if you see
the expansion.
Huh.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe the expansion is to meet the current demands. The aspirational motorcycle market is rising in India. So yeah, it is an aspirational motorcycle as in Royal Enfield. So people are buying for that. Yeah, that is
Rising demand. So what is the demand rising at? What percentage is the demand? You can just find what is the demand for Eicher Motors or maybe the high-end car in India. So obviously, it ideally it means they are expanding it because they expect the demand to increase in the future. So if you can find a reason that, sir, what is the average growth rate of that industry specific 350cc bike? What is it growing at? You can mention that as the demand is growing, as the demand is growing by 10%, Eicher Motors needs to add the capacity. So this 400 square foot of land will add almost 900,000 of capacity. That's it. This was the only news. Then you come on to it that, okay, it has a lease of 10 years. It is around what? Interest. Now, Kiran mentioned more interest cost also he mentioned. Fine. That is totally fine from financial point of view. That the interest cost is around 3.5%. It's a 10 years lease. When it will start from, you have written. When it started.
Rent will start from May 27 and the lease has commenced from August 31st. Yeah. Yes.
That's it. But that's the data point. That was over. Now, you had written it well, right? Kiran, you saw when you were closing your eyes and you're speaking, this was the only 2 points you need to speak on. Why are you speaking so much? 900,000, which comes around 250. So what was 250 square foot, Kiran? So you said though the Eicher Motor subsidiaries has leased 400,000 capacity, one in Chennai, compromising 390 square foot of chargeable area with 40 industrial parking slots. That is not. That is okay, Kiran. That is not required. Okay. Where the company already operates 250 acre of capacity at facility at Vellum, which has a production capacity of 900,000. So what is this 900,000 and what you are saying, Mustafa, 900,000? Why there are two different things?
What I did was to add 9,000 capacity to manufacture 9,000 motorcycles. It's in the last page of Economic Times, you see.
No, once the plant is operation, will allow them to produce 900,000 motorcycles. Okay, increasing their current capacity to almost 65%. Okay, that was fine. So that would have been your first part, Mustafa.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay, and whenever you write any heading, rental cost, no, write a complete heading with data points so that you don't have to remember it again. When you're having a glance at your report or sorry on your news while speaking to, you know what to speak on. What is the data point? So this is one of the reasons. Have data points in the heading so that you will be able to identify the data points quickly while speaking. You don't have to read it. Now, hi, I'm saying, okay, what was data point? Okay, 400,000. I just look down and come up. Okay. And when you speak it 2-3 times, obviously you will understand that. What was it? Kiran, got it? Heading, you should have others also. Heading, you should have data points in your heading so that you don't have to again look at your newsletter. You can just glance at what was the data point. Because at the end, I am only looking at data. I am not looking at what you are trying to say. Data and the reason. Reason, so you will obviously know. And you can also make your reason why it increased. Okay. same way for Niyati. Niyati, when you say that revenue increased 20% and EBITDA increased 25%, it obviously means that cost is impacted. So you already have that answer in your mind. You don't have to recollect what happened. You have to recollect the reasons. Okay. Mayank. Mr. Mayank Shah. Mayank, हाँ, I told you ना volumes पहले बताते हैं फिर think we spoke ना. Okay, हाँ, sorry, नहीं, sorry, 1 second, not you. So see, Maruti's volume grew 20%, profit slipped 10%. So again, someone also wrote about Maruti. So what is your purpose? तुमको volume बताना है या profit बताना है? Mayank.
सर मतलब वॉल्यूम भाई इसलिए बताना था because the performance is increasing but that is not getting reflected in the margin because ultimately margin get turned into cash flow, remaining cash flow, and the reason for that because of the West Asia crisis. ये मतलब दोनों combinedly बताना.
हाँ, sorry, combine करोगे तो confuse हो जाओगे. Okay, never combine it. Profit वो था ना, I think किसी और ने भी लिखा था that Maruti's revenue profit declined 10%. It's because of the cost headwinds, which led to the West Asia crisis. Because of the West Asia crisis, Maruti was able to absorb the cost. Maruti absorbed the cost, and that is why the profitability declined. So वो हो गया heading. Then what you talk? Then you talk about volumes. Volumes की increase हुआ है. So the volume increased 30%. What led to the increase in volumes?
Retail and I think
है ना, वो रीजन तो थे ना, डोमेस्टिक वॉल्यूम ग्रो हुआ है, वो आया था ना रीजन पहले. द वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज 30%. अभी इसमें क्या हुआ है? अच्छा, वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज 30%. सो टू Maruti plans to expand its production cap. See now what happened? There is nothing linked which is coming. Volume की बात ही मत करो ना, छोड़ो. पहले तुम बोलो profit की decline. The first paragraph is totally fine. That the profitability declined because of the cost headwinds, and Maruti absorbed a majority of the cost inflation, indicating a partial hikes. Only a partial hikes were passed to the consumers. Okay. Now, ठीक है, ये हो गया. Maruti is expanding its annual capacity to nearly 50% by FY31. That would be a more interesting point to know. अभी volumes क्यों बता रहे हो? End में बता दो volumes. Okay, what are they doing? They are expanding. Why are they expanding?
I got your point. बस खाली उसमें इसलिए बताया था because वो जो हो चुका है, मतलब वो जो FY26 है वो हो चुकी है, उसके प्रॉफिट भी हो चुके हैं, और जो एक्सपेंशन कैपेसिटी है वो होने वाला. So that is the future.
So ideally you can, okay, first point, so you can reframe. So profit slip 10% in spite of 30% volume growth. ऐसा भी लिख सकते हो. जहाँ पे तुम प्रॉफिट की बात करो, वॉल्यूम की बात कर ही नहीं रहे हो. ये हो गया first point. Now you are saying expand. The Maruti is expected to expand nearly 50%. Why are they expected to expand? अच्छा, पहले why, फिर numbers डालो. So Maruti is expected to expand. Okay, annual capacity from अच्छा 2.4 to 2.9 कितना percent? Better है. 4 ना, from 2.4 to 2.9 million. Percentage बोल दो ना, कितना percentage? कितना है? Like 10-20% होगा. 20% होगा. 20%. So Maruti is expected to increase the capacity by 20%. Fair, guys, how are they doing it? This will be led by Kharkhoda plant, which will add, which they are planning for Brezza production. Second, Gujarat plant, which is expected to add more 250,000 by FY19, supporting 3.5 million capacity, which is the target of FY25. तो अलग-अलग बोला. FY31 में कितना है, FY33 में कितना है, तो इसको अलग करोगे तो बेटर होगा ना. मतलब उसी हेडिंग में प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी में, the production capacity is expected to increase nearly 50% by FY31. Okay, so what is expanding? पहला था, who is leading it? Kharkhoda plant with Brezza, which is specifically for Brezza. So Kharkhoda plant will be adding कितना था? 2 लाख. उसका भी 250,000 था ना, I think. Kharkhoda plant का भी.
Kharkhoda का 250 है. और सर Kharkhoda में ऐसा नहीं है कि टोटली फॉर Brezza है, उन्होंने बस ये
हाँ
बोला है दे हैव स्टार्ट एडेड अ लाइन फॉर ब्रीजा बिकॉज
हाँ ओके
हाँ इसलिए मैंने स्पेसिफिकली
हाँ
नहीं लिखा था और बस
हाँ सॉरी सो यू कैन सॉरी मैं भी गलत बोला मैं
Answer
बोला
बोलता
सी
है
इफ द खरकोड़ा प्लांट कैन बी सो टू रैम्प अप द न्यू प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ब्रीजा, ऐसा भी लिख सकते हैं खरकोड़ा 2 and 257 as the to ramp up the production for new Brisa. Okay, Gujarat plant is also expected to add more 250,000 units by FY29. Okay,
पोस्ट
acha now the Gujarat plant capacity will be around 3.5 million.
तो
So
टोटल
the capacity, the target capacity, ये टोटल है ना फिर. हाँ, तो अभी ऐसा लग रहा है कि गुजरात कब आटे. The total capacity is expected to be around 3.5 million by FY31 and 4.4 million by FY30. तो ये और एक पॉइंट हो गया, उसी में 2 पैराग्राफ्स हो गए. तुमको भी बोलने को इजी पड़ा ना कि जब बोलते हो तो मुझे भी तो समझना चाहिए तुम बात क्या कर रहे हो. बिकॉज व्हेन आई गो इट क्विकली आई फाइंड कि यार गुजरात का 3.5 कैसे हो गया, इसका टोटल कैपेसिटी 2.9 मिलियन.
टोटल
नंबर्स
वर्ड ऐड
ऐसे टैली हो जाएंगे. हाँ, तो नंबर ऐसे टैली होंगे. ओके
ओके सो
एंड हियर
सो
मैनेजमेंट आउटलुक. हाँ यस सर, गो
जस्ट
अहेड.
अंडरस्टैंडिंग इन द सेकंड पैरा. सो इसमें टोटल आपके हिसाब से गुजरात प्लान का पैरा चेंज करना चाहिए या फिर जस्ट टोटल मतलब 3.3 के पहले मैं टोटल वर्ड लगा दूं तो वो सफिशिएंट है टू अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं टोटल कैपेसिटी की बात करता हूँ.
नहीं, पहले तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज टू सपोर्ट द फ्यूचर डिमांड मारुति इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू इंक्रीज द कैपेसिटी व्हिच विल बी अराउंड 2.9 मिलियन. ओके, फिर स्टॉप. ये हो गया तुम्हारा एक पैराग्राफ, 2 लाइन हो जाएंगे आराम से उसमें. फिर उसके बाद पैराग्राफ ब्रेक करो. This will be led by Kharkhoda plan for the new Brisa plant and the Gujarat plan which will be adding 250,000 units by FY29. ये हो गया तुम्हारा सेकंड पैराग्राफ. And third, so this will lead to a total production of 3.5 million by FY33 to FY and 4.4 million by FY33. Correct.
तो इसमें मतलब 3 लाइन का 3 पैरा हो जाएगा.
3 पैराग्राफ होगा. यस,
ओके गॉट इट.
क्योंकि तुमको प्रेजेंट भी तो वैसे करना है. तुम सब एक साथ प्रेजेंट करोगे तो वही हुआ. अभी तुमने इसमें वॉल्यूम वही बोला, परसेंटेज में हो सकता है 2.4 2.5 की जरूरत नहीं थी. परसेंटेज बोल रहा तो इंक्रीज द कैपेसिटी बाय 20% टू 2.9 मिलियन. तो ब्रीजा का स्पेसिफाई करो. तुमने वो दोनों चीज मिक्स कर दिया, मतलब इतना फास्ट बोला कि मुझे समझा ही नहीं ब्रीजा खरकोड़ा में है. मतलब तो ब्रीजा बीच में किधर आ गया. तो मुझे यही लगा था कि ब्रीजा के लिए खास प्लान बन रहा है. मुझे ऐसे लगा सुनते हो. ओके, मुझे लगा ऐसा सुनते वक्त, मुझे वही लगा कि तुमने बोला कि ब्रीजा के लिए बना रहे. which will, so you can add words which will also which is they are expanding as the new Brisa will be produced from the new plant. One line is added in the Kharkhoda. That's it. And usually whenever you write it, अभी let's say ये कोई एक US वाला पढ़ रहा है, खरखोड़ा प्लान उसको कौन से स्टेट में है वो नहीं पता. खरखोड़ा कॉमा स्टेट, ऑलवेज नेम द स्टेट.
हरियाणा.
इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हाँ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ हरियाणा. ओके, सो ऑलवेज मेंशन द स्टेट. बोले वो लोग ने नहीं दिया होगा, कॉमा के बाद तुम स्टेट मेंशन करो. बिकॉज द वन मेरे को भी नहीं पता खरखोड़ा किधर था. अभी हरियाणा मुझे पता चला. ऐसा है, स्टेट्स तो पता होता ना इंडिया में तो, बट ये नहीं पता होता कि कहाँ पे है. दैट इज द रीजन दैट यू शुड. अभी तुमको पुणे का कोई बोले चाकन प्लान, अभी इट इज इन चाकन, तुम बोलोगे चाकन तो किसको पता हो पुणे में. तुमको पता था चाकन पुणे में.
चाकन का महिंद्रा के कॉन कॉल में सुना था.
सो ऐसे बहुत सारी सिटीज के नाम है जो हमको नहीं पता. तो यू हैव टू कॉमा एंड देन राइट द स्टेटमेंट इवन इफ इट्स नॉट गिवन. क्योंकि तुमने क्या हुआ, एक तुमने लिखा खरखोड़ा, दूसरा लाइन तुम लिखते हो गुजरात. दैट इज ऑल्सो इज नॉट अलाइंड. अरे एक तुम सिटी का नाम लिखते हो, एक स्टेट का नाम लिखते हो, मतलब बोलना क्या जाते हो. ओके, and then you can make the outlook that the company aims to add 130 or so. Company already has a 130,000 units which are or order book, and the inventory days are currently standing at 30 to 15 days. ये भी stop करके लिखो. इसमें भी 2-3 पैराग्राफ डालो to present it, क्योंकि जब तुम लाइन बोलते you should stop, because वो तुमको याद रह जाएगा. 130,000 units है, which is expected to backlog within 2 to 4 months, maintaining an inventory of 13 to 15 days. Stop. फिर अच्छा वो भी सर, which is a much below target of 30 days. फिर मारुति expect FY and export, अभी export की बात है वापस, तो दो बात बता रहे तुम. There is 2 points in the investment rationale. One is your one is your inventory, second is your export. Two part of growth. Investors should monitor execution of the capacity expansion. Investor है तुम, so we should monitor. So the capacity expansion is to be monitored going ahead. The demand record expansion and progress in CAFE norm compliance are the key long-term drivers for Maruti. वो तुम मत लिखो कि investors should monitor execution. नहीं, तुम्हारा है ना वो. So we should monitor the, or maybe we should monitor. हाँ, तुम्हारा पर्पस है, तुम खुद के लिख रहे हो. And never write management outlook, investor focus. तुम्हारा फोकस होना चाहिए. इंटरव्यू में कभी बोलोगे ना कि सर मैनेजमेंट ने ऐसा बोला है, नहीं, तुम बोलो यू वी एक्सपेक्ट, आई एक्सपेक्ट. तो भले मैनेजमेंट ने बोला, बोलो तुम, तो हम एक्सपेक्ट. बिकॉज क्या आता है फिर इंटरव्यू में बोलते मैनेजमेंट तो तुमने क्या किया, सब वही बोल रहा था, तुम क्या रिसर्च कर रहे हो. तो भले बोला वो लोग नहीं होता है, हमको सिर्फ बोलना नहीं होता कि वो लोग ने बोला. बिकॉज आज अगर मैं मारुति ट्रैक नहीं करता, मुझे क्या पता मैनेजमेंट ने बोला है. पर अगर तुम मुझे बोलोगे सर उसने बोला था, मतलब वही एग्जाम में तुम खुद लिखो और बोलो कॉपी किया है, क्या होगा. टीचर को नहीं पता तुमने कॉपी किया, पर जाके तुम बोलोगे मैंने कॉपी किया ऐसे, तो क्या होगा, जो राइट बोला वो भी रॉन्ग कर देगा. तो ये सब ऐसी चीजें होती है.
तो
थोड़े
सर
बहुत तुमको.
तो सर इसमें ये हेडिंग को मतलब कैसे लिखा, पहले मैं लिखा था इन्वेस्टर की टेकअवेज, बट आपने बोलो इन्वेस्टर वर्ड नहीं यूज करना, तो खाली की टेकअवेज वर्ड
आउटलुक, आउटलुक फॉर द, इसको वैसे भी हेडिंग तो कुछ होगा नहीं. आउटलुक, तुम्हारा आउटलुक है, तो देयर इज नो हेडिंग टू इट. मतलब ये कोई नया नहीं है ना पॉइंट, या उसके नीचे तुमको कुछ लिखना नहीं, क्योंकि 3 अलग अलग पॉइंट है. एक तुम इन्वेंट्री की बात कर रहे हो, एक तुम बात कर रहे हो एक्सपोर्ट की, और एक तुम बोल रहे हो ग्रोथ का है. तो दिस इज टोटली डिफरेंट. सो ये तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ न्यूज एज वेल. ऐसा है. ठीक ठीक,
न्यूज में है बट उसमें से ड्रॉप.
हाँ न्यूज का ही है, बट लगना नहीं चाहिए कि न्यूज का पार्ट. तुमने एनालिसिस किया, वो एनालिसिस का पार्ट है ना आउटलुक का. क्योंकि वो किसी और एनालिस्ट ने किया है ना, वो न्यूज का पार्ट नहीं है. वो किसी और एनालिस्ट ने किया है, वो तुम लिख रहे हो उसने जो लिखा है. तो इट इज ओके टू कॉपी पेस्ट थिंग्स. हम भी करने थे, दूसरे एनालिस्ट का रिपोर्ट लेके बोलते नहीं मैंने रिसर्च किया, ऐसा भी हो सकता है.
थैंक यू सर. और एक तो आपको बाद में जब टाइम मिले, एक बार TCPL का भेजा है. आई नो इट्स
हाँ TCPL
टाइम, बट आपको जब भी टाइम मिले तो एक बार थोड़ा.
ठीक है फाइन. तो देखा मैंने, इसका तो देखा मैंने, तुम्हारा नहीं, सॉरी तुम्हारा नहीं. ओके, who's remaining? Mayank Solanki. Mayank, it was good. हाँ सर.
Sir, I was remaining. Can you give me my review? Actually, I have to leave for some
अच्छा,
medical emergency.
so hope everything is good. Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
hope everything is good.
Actually, sir,
Medical emergency हुआ तुम्हें?
yes, sir. Actually,
अच्छा.
my uncle got admitted. I see.
Oh, okay, then leave चलेगा.
I was waiting for your
अगर
reviews.
quickly I want to tell that, quickly if I want to tell this, Audi, तुमने जब बोला Audi के बारे में, तो you have to also talk about its competitors, कि Audi का जो sales इनका तो impact किसको होने वाला है. Okay, so impact ideally BMW and Mercedes को होने वाला है, but they are not listed in India. But
Right.
what is listed in India is the Tata Motors is listed, but Tata Motors का Jaguar वो range में नहीं आता.
Right.
अच्छा, when you talk about growth, तो possibly always 8 to 15%, क्या बोला तुमने यहाँ पे? हाँ, Audi aims to increase the luxury car market from around 8% to 15% next year, effectively doubling its share. Management expect sales volume to remain flat. हाँ, तो ये क्यों flat था? Why भी flat क्यों था? अभी क्या change हो रहा है? It's just the models which help. तो models कौन से range में है? Q4, Q5, Q7. What is this range? तो वो range इंडिया में कितने हैं? ये सब डेटा, अगर ये Audi लिस्ट होता तो मुझे ये सब डेटा चाहिए होता. बाकी न्यूज में कोई
Okay.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं था, बट यू हैव टू गेट मोर रिसर्च, क्योंकि ये सिर्फ अपडेट हो गया फिर कि दे आर एक्सपेक्टिंग लॉन्च, बट व्हाई है, कितना बड़ा मार्केट है, विच सेगमेंट आर दे लॉन्चिंग, Q3 Q5 Q7। नाउ आई एम अ कार एंथुसियास्ट, मुझे पता है Q3 मतलब क्या प्राइस है, बट पीपल विल नॉट नो Q3 कितने का आता है, Q5 कितने का आता है, और Q8 लॉन्च करा तो व्हाट इज द प्राइस ऑफ दैट, व्हाट इज द सेगमेंट, कितने सेगमेंट से ग्रो हो रहा है। ओके
Noted, sir.
फाइन।
Thank you.
मयंक सोलंकी। Yes. हाँ,
तो
ठीक है।
माइक में इशू है,
Right.
माइक में चार्ज नहीं है सर उसका, वो सुन रहा है, उसने मैसेज में टाइप किया।
मयंक,
सोलंकी सर।
अच्छा, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, Mayank, your news was fine. The problem about presenting, बहुत बड़ा हुआ, you spoke too much. You spoke too much. Anyway, presentation मैंने बोला था जो इन्फ्लेशन 3 ही थे, तो तीन ही पॉइंट्स उनको बात करने थे, ज्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है, मतलब अननेसेसरी ज्यादा बोला, तो उसमें मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया कि सुनना क्या है। And when you said I appreciated you said precious metals and ये, so you could have written the companies as well, which companies are impacted. वो एक सिर्फ अपडेट था, बाकी rest was fine. एक तुमने ज्यादा बोला, which can be shortened, and second is you can write the companies as well which will be impacted. क्योंकि तुमने बोला भी है कि सर ये metals होगा, chemicals impact होंगे, sorry, 3-4 चीजें बोले तुमने sectors, so that can be उनके companies कौन से वो companies कौन से sector में, that can be written as your conclusion. This sector will get impacted because of increase in inflation.
ठीक है सर।
Okay, okay. Okay, guys, others can leave. I think one much happy. Anyone else remaining? Asif. Yeah, Asif is there. Ankit. Ankit, तुमको तो मैंने बताया क्या बोलना था, right?
Sir.
वो hotels का कैसे बोलना है, so you can be occupancy या नहीं, मतलब if you want can stay, but
I just had a question कि आज का market वगैरह I couldn't analyze, so I have you sum up and
हाँ, तो वो market में majorly focus on these 3 sectors, उनके top losers, top gainers,
sir, आज
and
का
बाकी
market
ticket
was very dicey. Like I
flat.
couldn't understand why was the like metals they posted a good, like Hindalco posted good, like the subsidiary business Novelis I think posted 71% jump in the profits or EBITDA. I don't remember the thing, but then the stock declined and then all the metals also declined. Then same happened with the media stocks. The PSU stocks, Nifty PSU stocks were up because of the 22 years that UCO license.
Utilizing, हाँ.
But apart from that, the results, I'm not like what, how is the market absorbing the good results versus the bad results? Because
No, whatever things were done, were results, everything has now factored in. Now it was a flat session today, nothing much changed. So
Sona BLW
waiting.
also went down. Like 2 sessions it was good, but today it was down. I couldn't
No,
find
see,
that.
you don't have to track, Aniket, so you don't have to track why the stock was down. It can happen because of n number of reasons, buying, selling, some sentiments in the market. So you have to always think, where will the profit increase or where will the profit decrease? That's the only, or revenue should increase or decrease. So entirely in the news also, if the like as I said, banking, when that license comes, obviously revenue will increase. That is why the stocks were up. So one specific reason ki stock 2% ki nahi chahiye, if there's no reason, that's fine. If it's like falling 5 to 9%, 5 to 10%, then obviously there is some fundamental reason to it. 2-3% up and down is everything happens. Every time happens. And फिर अगर सोनार BLP continuous गिर रहा है, then you have to find कि continuous क्यों गिर रहा है. What is the reason that it is falling continuous? That is why I had to make the tracker. कि 2%, कल भी 2%, परसों भी 2%, फिर 5 तक गिरा, तो कुछ तो रीजन है उसमें डेफिनेट. और द एंटायर, या फिर सोना BLP गिर रहा है या पूरा ऑटो इंसुलेटर गिर रहा है, इसके लिए वो ट्रैकर होता है टू अंडरस्टैंड. वन डे चेंज यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग, कुछ भी हो सकता है. ऑलवेज टाइम दैट यू ट्रैक. जैसे अभी तुमको 1 साल पे पता होना चाहिए था सोनार BLP क्या हो रहा है, या 1 महीने में, लास्ट क्वार्टर में व्हाट हैपेंड इन द लास्ट क्वार्टर. यू हैव टू कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल सुनने होते हैं. तो हम जब एनालिस्ट थे तो ये होता है कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल सुनने के, फिर स्टॉक में इतना मूवमेंट क्यों आया है रोज का, क्या रीजंस थे. जैसे जुलाई स्टार्ट, 1 जुलाई 31 जुलाई क्या क्या चेंज हुआ. या फ्लैट था, कभी कभी 5 तक का ऊपर 5 तक का नीचे, वापस फिर फ्लैट हो गया ना. There is no specific reason for that.
So do you also
So
look at
always
the
a try.
volumes or just the price? Because
Sorry.
FIIs were the net sellers yesterday, 943 crores का उनका selling था. So do you also look at the volumes per stock or just the FIIs and DI data?
See, I don't even look at the pricing at times. I only look at the trend. मुझे price से कोई लेना देना नहीं.
Okay.
I look at the trends. कि trend क्या चल रहा है. That is where the experience matter ना. That is what is required in the market. They don't require a price. No one can predict कल क्या होगा. You have to predict what will happen after 1 year.
Yeah, I was tracking
Or
the
at least
pricing because the result session is going on, so वो थोड़ा सा impact.
तो वो तो ऊपर नीचे होता है रिजल्ट से. जो एक्सपेक्टेड था वो आया नहीं. तुमको अभी नहीं, तुमको दो महीने बाद की प्रेडिक्शन कर, 2-3 महीने बाद की. कि 2-3 महीने में क्या ऐसा, what will change in the coming 4 months या 2 quarters या 1 year, that you should keep a focus on those stocks. And जब तुम बोल रहे हो कि sir this stocks will increase, okay, example we are saying that because of this changes in cafe norms and all, auto ancillary will increase. Okay, so increase means what? Not the stock, profitability should increase. So is the profitability increase in the next quarter? If it's increase, it will never happen that the stock will fall. It will never ever happen. तुम बोल रहे हो EPS is 10 rupees and next quarter it is 12 rupees. You will never see stock falling because of the EPS is 12 rupees. वो उसका movement अभी से चालू हो जाता है. That is where the prediction comes.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Okay, got it, got it.
So we have to mainly focus on that major trend rather than the individual
Major
ones.
trend rather than, yeah, yes. So you have to first think, okay, what are you trying to see in that Sonal BLV? तुम्हारा projections क्या था, बढ़ना था या कम था? And एक दिन नहीं, एक महीने के, एक क्वार्टर के बाद करो. तुम बताओ कि सर पूरे क्वार्टर में गिरा, then definitely there is either a misjudgment from you or there's something has changed in the entire segment. जो पहले था अभी हो ही नहीं रहा वैसे, जो एस्टिमेट किया था. Okay. Right. Okay. We have Kashyap. Okay. Kashyap, same data points. तुमको data points की बात करनी है. You have to be little slow while speaking. Marico, as I've told Niyati as well. Marico, you have to, how you speak on Marico. Volumes, international business, crude, edible oil, and all those stuff. Segment wise बात करनी है. And then you have to go slowly. It's not hurry up. You hurried up on things. I have written it more. आराम से बोलो, बात आराम से बात करनी है. You have to be more focus. Sorry, you don't have to speak too much. 3-4 लाइन बोलो, वही बात करनी. That's it. जब वो and हाँ presentation, improve your presentation, Kashyap. Presentation, as I said, Copra prices crash eases parachute margin pressure. Copra prices crash 45%, that eases margin pressure. Better to write. Okay, in the heading zone. Edible oil soft, but food portfolio edible oil reasons increase, decrease. Okay, that is how much percentage. So always try to have a data point in the heading so that you don't have to look at the numbers again or look at your newsletter again. It should be fit in your mind. Okay. Right. Okay, Saket, sorry. Saket, your first is formatting. Okay, the format change करो, वो मैंने अभी डाला देखो group में.
Yes, I
You got it in the so format. I liked one of your points that you told about the EV business, the sector tailwinds. Now, in that sector tailwinds, there's 400 gigawatts of storage capacity in 2023 and all those stuff. So, as I've told to Rishikesh as well while speaking, that you should be speaking only 2 points. In the entire news article, there are only 2-3 data points which were important. Nothing else was important. So, no point writing so many things if you don't have data points. What happened in Ola? Ola has signed an agreement with 20 gigawatts. Why they have joined? Because industry is estimating a 400 plus gigawatts. That's it. और कुछ भी नहीं था न्यूज़ में. According to my knowledge, मुझे वो न्यूज़ से कुछ मिल ही नहीं रहा.
Yes.
You have written it perfectly. You can also have Mahashakti launch and all, and keep spaces in heading. So there are only 2 paragraphs in this. That's it. And you can write last week that this MOU will not hit the stock as of now, the P&L, but if converted into orders, it adds revenue vertical. That was perfectly fine, the last point. But सिर्फ last point ही था, पहले 2 points was here and there. इसके वजह से last point भी खराब हो गया. Okay. Fine, correct.
Okay.
Rest all was fine. लिखा बराबर था, सिर्फ थोड़ा space छोड़ो थोड़ा. When you send it, send it as a message to be read. मुझे लगना चाहिए पढ़ूं मैं कुछ उसमें से. Why I'm saying this, because when you go for interviews, you will also have to remember those things. Because ऐसे news articles में तुमको you will only not understand मैंने बोला क्या था article में. Okay. Right. Bold, paragraph रखो, space रखो. If you want, you can also hold the data points that you feel that it is worth talking on. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Fine. Fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. Asif, need to be more fluent, Asif. See, you are from Chennai, right?
Yes, sir. I am from Tier 3 city of Tamil Nadu.
Okay. So fine. You are from the South India,
Yeah.
southern part of India. So in the southern part of India, people are more educated than the northern part. Educated, it means your English should be very fluent. You should not do while speaking. Make a
Okay.
statement, stop. Make a statement, stop. You have to only speak for 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Because the point you do, I start judging you based on your presentation. That this guy is not able to present properly. Even
Okay.
being from the south side, so we expect that when you're from the south side, your English should be very fluent. Okay.
Okay, sir.
As you also said that you don't understand Hindi, right? You said you don't understand Hindi much. So your one language should be very strong. I'm not saying that your English is poor. I'm saying the way you present that is being poor.
Okay,
You
sir.
are
I will
being-
improve.
Yeah. So one second, I will just read one of your. It says, okay, EIH profit surged 260% year on year to 1.5 billion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Stop. The revenue also increased 21.6. So see, when your profit surges 260 basis point, no, so it should be the other way around. As I've told just now for the hotel industry, you should first talk about the revenue and then you come to the profits. Okay. The revenue surged 21% and the profit increased, and the profit surged 260 basis point. 260%.
Okay,
Can't
sir.
do this.
I
Okay.
thought the multi-fold return on the net profit will give a catchy.
Yeah. Now the problem is in hotel industry specifically that, as I said, profit is not the number that you look at, because profit can increase because of n number of reasons. It is not only the
Yes.
operating part.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is a net profit. So you have to talk about EBITDA. What happened to the EBITDA? So you can say that revenue increased 21.6%, but EBITDA increased. EBITDA grew at a much faster rate. So what is the reason? Possibly in this, it will be the occupancy or the increase in the average room rate. That only will be the two reasons. I will say this news is little bit low. There's no data point in this news. Very low data points in this news, even from the P&L point of view.
Yes, sir.
So you have to do more research on it, that why exactly the profit have increased.
Okay,
So
sir.
these are metrics that we follow. How we say volumes? How we say in FMCG? Volumes increase and then revenue increase. Volume increased by 10, revenue increased by 12. So obviously 2% is price increase.
Okay, sir.
Here it will be the other way around. You will get the price, you will get the revenue. You have to assume the volumes.
Okay,
Or
sir.
it might be possibly that revenue increase because of the occupancy rate.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Achha, now this is fine. Okay. This is the first part that you should focus on. Second, EIH now operates 5,000 rooms, 2,000 under luxury brand, Oberoi brand, and 2,500 under the upper scale Trident brand. Fine. This can be said as 2,200 to 2,200 under Oberoi luxury brand, which contributes almost 50% of the entire rooms. Better way of saying it will obviously it will not be 50, it will be like 48 something because 2.2.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and the upscale is at 2.5. So you know how much percentage of it comes from the luxury and how much comes from the Friday.
Okay, sir.
Okay, a better way of presenting.
Okay, sir.
Because now since the number is very easy to see, half of 5,000 is 2.5. But what if the numbers were 1,200? It's better to also say that it contributes 20% to the revenue, 10% to the revenue. The company plans to add 2,000 keys by 2030 across 25 properties, 18 under luxury brand. Okay, so 18 plus 7 is 25. Okay, under the upper scale. The company plans to add 2,332 keys across by FY 2030.
Okay, sir.
Across 25 new properties. In that, you can also, in that 18 will be contributing. So, okay, in that luxury orders will contribute 18 and the mid segment will contribute 7. That is the better way of saying.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, a better way of saying, nothing, no wrong in that, better way of saying. Because this looks like 18 properties under luxury, 7 properties under, so no, other way around. In the luxury property, so statements, you make statements. In luxury, it is like 18, and in the upper mid scale, it is around 15. Same point, same data points, but the way of spelling is.
Okay, sir.
Because I didn't understood that when you were speaking, I couldn't understand that what exactly you were trying to say.
Okay, sir. I will try to make it better next time.
So when you speak also, Mohammed, Asif, try to improve your vocabularies.
Okay, sir.
Speak only one sentences, but without stop. That's I will be okay with.
Okay, sir.
And that will only come when you write an heading. That will only come when you write an heading. Now this is fine. This EIH operates 5,000 rooms. Stop. Where is it? So 2.5 thousand into overhead. 2.5. Stop. Make sentences. Make statements. Don't make sentences, sir.
Okay.
The point you start making sentences, I will start judging on your grammar. I will start judging on your how you perform, how you talk. You also see when I am also talking, I am not good at English. I am very bad at English. But I only speak whatever I wanted to speak. I don't speak much after that. When I speak in analyst terms, English doesn't matter over, no? It's a statement. EIH operates 5,000 models. Where is the grammar over here? There's no grammar. Okay. So as I'm being from the south side, from the southern part of India, it is expected that your English should be very strong. Presentation skills should be higher. Because that is where you will define others from the north people and the west people. Say if you come to Mumbai, example, I will hire you. It's just because you are good at communication. You obviously have the degree. Okay, level 2 you have already cleared. What if there are other level 2 guys in the office? Why would I select you? It's because you presented, and it actually happens. Many of my recruiters, they do judge the English part. And even I at times prefer saying that if this guy English is good, so it is better to work in an MNC. When MNC people usually want fluent English. So all my managers were from the South Indian side. All were from the South. Oh, so you have an advantage of it that you don't know Hindi. But your English should be very strong.
Okay, so I will definitely.
I should feel, I should feel that I am not able to speak properly in English. I should feel that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right? Fair.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good night. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello, sir. Sir,
इधर बहुत लेट हो गया अभी.
Sir, sorry, actually, you know that I was actually busy with my work, so was not able to. Yes, sir, it will just take 5 minutes. Just go to my newsletter. Means, can you just tell me what changes should I make in it?
No, as again said, you don't talk about the profit. You only talk about the EBITDA margins or EBITDA. Okay, this is the one part that you talk about. Revenue, why did the revenue grow 5%? That is fine. You have written foreign revenues declined 11%. By strong room revenue, what do you mean by strong?
Strong room
the
revenue
data were
means-
given. Data were given. Average room rate increased by 10%. RevPAR increased by 9%. That data
Yeah.
were given.
Yes.
So that is what it means strong.
Yeah.
Okay. Food declined 11% due to weaker profit and mice activity.
Average room rent was
Food-
also increased by 7%, sir. And the
Yeah,
food
so that
was
is-
decreased because due to inflation in food industry, and also there was not a proper management of they were actually not managing the food, or there was more wastage of food in the hotel or in the restaurants.
नहीं वो सब नहीं बोलना है चाहे जो लिखा है ना वही पैटर्न क्या
Okay.
लिखा है तुमने वीक कॉर्पोरेट डिमांड माइस एक्टिविटी माइस कॉर्पोरेट माइस डिमांड माइस इज meetings invitations and corporate
Invitation.
events
Yes.
and air travel
Okay, means not to speak negative about more
no
negative
not
about.
negative ये सब these are all generalized words
Okay.
because price increase हुआ and वो लोग आए नहीं जो दिया है ना पेपर में वही बता
Okay. Okay, sir. Means always start news with EBITDA margins, EBITDA.
if you want to talk on profitability. If you want to talk on profitability, it's never the net profit, it's always the EBITDA profit.
Okay.
Okay.
And sir, means anything more changes are needed, please. Can you tell me?
No, so your third paragraph should be a part of your second paragraph. Okay.
But sir, it will be
sorry.
more bigger paragraph, I think. As you
No,
told
so,
that the paragraphs.
so break it up into two paragraphs. Break it up into two
Okay.
paragraphs.
Okay.
Okay. So write an heading. So this can be a heading, na? Revenue from so no require revenue increased 5% to 1.3 billion as room revenue, as there was a strong room revenue. Okay, ये heading हो गया तुम्हारा. फिर उसके नीचे लिखो ना तुमको average room
Okay,
revenue
okay,
कितना
sir.
बड़ा है क्या
Okay.
okay that will
Okay.
इसके बाद ना write an heading to every paragraph. Write
Yes,
an
yes.
heading possibly if you have a data points, write it in the heading.
Okay.
Okay.
And sir,
Lucky लिखा है
this,
तुमने occupancy increase है.
this was just more majorly due to just increase in average room rent price, that was by 7%, and the occupancy rate also improved. That was something around 75.7%.
7.
Due to that,
Yeah.
the average revenue per available room increased.
Okay.
That was the just news, means there was no major
yes. No other
thing.
news. Yes. That was the only news. Yes.
But I have actually made it little bigger that if I just consider these points, it could be much smaller.
See now
news.
here the news was that simple. EBITDA increased 9% and revenue increased 5% and EBITDA increased 9%. Why this happened? Obviously because of cost decline.
Cost decline, yes.
Which cost decline? Achha, now in hotel industry, as I've said, there is no raw material cost in it.
Yeah.
Okay. There is no manufacturing.
Hmm.
So what happened is the occupancy have increased. That is the only, or room revenue has increased.
Yes,
Because see,
yes.
Jay, hotel का room वही है, उसका प्राइस बढ़ा है. तुम्हारे खर्चे तो
Price.
सेम है ना. तुम प्राइस बढ़ाते हो,
Correct.
एम्प्लॉय की सैलरी थोड़ी बढ़ाते हो. होटल का
Correct,
प्राइस
sir.
बढ़ा कि लोग ज्यादा रहने आए. So that is the
Yes.
only reason why EBITDA has increased. तो ये इंडस्ट्री थोड़ी अलग है compared to other. But अगर ये ऑटो होता, तो obviously I said कि raw
Oh,
material
yeah,
price,
yeah.
steel price कम हुआ होता. Okay.
Hmm.
Advertising spend कम हुआ होता. That might
Correct.
be the case. This is not the case in this industry.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And anything much means any changes are needed right now is, or should I means
Writing is fine. Writing is fine, but upper niche and then
Okay,
you can say the profitability decline as the profit increased
Sir,
140
am I
basis points as the
visible?
company has reduced the debt.
Am I visible or
No, you this one.
just a second? There is a issue with my system.
Fine.
Am I? Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you. It's okay.
Okay. Am I visible now,
I
sir?
can see. Yeah, I can see you.
I am
so I
still
was
in
saying that
my office uniform, sir.
work a lot.
No, sir. There is an audit going on in our branch, so due to that reason.
Okay. Great, I think. Good that you have at least sent it before 8 a.m. Appreciate it.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I will definitely follow your rules, and I will prove myself, and also I will make
Improve
RK Advisory a great.
communication. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jay. I also wanted. I always start because see, I spend like 2-3 hours in the evening, so that is because I want to improve. I
Yeah.
want you guys to improve. It is not that because I could have easily taught you financial modeling and told you, हाँ ये कर लो, report
Hmm.
बनाना. I don't want that. I know that it will not help. मुझे खुद
Yes.
कभी काम में नहीं आया था.
Hmm. Correct, sir. Correct.
So start making models. Also, report. Now, first is your automobile report. So Saturday, Sunday, make sure you make the automobile report.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will make it. I am
Yeah.
doing, sir. But
Sat-
I means.
Now make sure it should be done by Sunday. By deadline.
Yes, sure, sir. Sure.
Wrong to wrong. If it's wrong, it's totally fine, but you have to make it.
Okay. Sir means
Okay.
by referring the videos, na you have provided.
By referring the video, yes.
Yes, sure. We'll be making it, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Rest of writing is fine as of now. Means the millions, rupees.
Yes, sir. You have
Fine.
scolded me on the first day. I still remember that.
So billions is you can write MN, you can write no point of no need of writing entire millions. MN you can write billion, BN you can write.
Okay.
So one you missed here, one error. Revenue from operation rose 5% to 1.3 million, not 1.31 million. Only one decimal.
Yeah. Sorry, sir, for that.
Okay. And no need of writing revenue from operation. Revenue increase, fine. It is assumed that it's from operations. Okay. In that also, food and beverages revenue declined 11% year-on-year due to weaker corporates and MICE demand. Full stop. Full stop.
Okay.
Air travel disruption, inflationary pressure, and subdued events were also led to the decline in food and beverages business. Better to write something like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because
Definitely.
air travel is not directly related to food.
Food industry, yeah. Yeah, I
It
thought
is
that
not directly related. It
it
is
was.
indirectly related.
Yeah.
Okay. So ऐसा मत बोलो कि एयरलाइन से मैंने खाना खाना छोड़ दिया. It feels like that. The airline system में मैंने खाना छोड़ दिया. होटल जाना बंद करके. It feels like that.
Yes.
इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ गया तो खाना दूध पीना छोड़ दिया था मैं. चाय पीना छोड़ दिया. इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ गया.
I am a vegan guy, sir.
तो चाय पीना छोड़ दिया. कॉफी पीना छोड़ दिया.
Yes, I don't actually.
तुमने नहीं ना. तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स ने भी ऐसा किया.
No.
बोलो ना डैडी को कि नहीं सर दूध का प्राइस बढ़ गया है. दूध नहीं पीने का वैसे. So try telling to your parents.
Because it was actually due to health problems, so I actually don't.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will improve it. I'll be sharing. Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, sir. Have a great night.
Good night. You too have a great night. Go home fast. Sleep.
No,
You get up
sir.
at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
I need to watch your videos. Yeah. Actually, I do watch it till 12 or 1, but it's okay.
No, it is as if you want to be fit in life, it is prefer you watch the videos in the morning.
Okay.
रात को देखोगे, if you look the videos at the night, you don't have to screen time at the night will also disturb your sleep.
Okay.
तो ना नींद बराबर से होगी ना videos बराबर से होगी.
Correct,
Screen,
sir.
if you are reading, it's fine. If you're studying something, it's fine. But if you are watching on screen time should be less in the night.
Yeah.
I also hardly look at the screen. I'm looking at the camera. My camera is one end, my screen is at another end. So I keep my eyes off the screen.
Okay, sir.
Because
Thank
if you
you
don't,
for
if you look at night, since you said you have health issues.
Not due to that, sir. It was due to
No.
means, consumption
I'm
of
not recommended.
external factor. Yeah. Yes.
It's also not recommended. It impacts your health. Some other
Yes.
way.
Okay, sir. Thank you for it, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Have a great night.